Heads is the call.
Tail tease.
Tail it is. Clinton, you've won the toss. What are you going to do and why?
Yeah, we'll bat first. We want runs on the board. Yeah.
Talking about runs on the board, in what department do you think you've missed a trick in the whole tournament?
Yeah, it's the bat, and that is why we want to bat first.
Okay, wish you the best.
Thank you.
Kenneth, you've lost the toss. Did you go in your favor as well?
Not really. Wanted to bat first on this wicket. We saw yesterday it was hard to chase yesterday, but I will come here and bolt at lines and make them score few runs.
What do you make of your team having won the first edition of this tournament and now you come in as defending champions? You win it by 2 days to go.
Yeah, for us it's about coming here and doing the simple things right. We have a tournament coming up in Namibia, so we're here to up our skill and then get into that playing mode. Yeah.
And the last question: what does it mean to you contributing both with the bat and with the ball for your country?
Yeah, for me it's good, and for me and for the team, coming here and executing the plans very well. As I said, you're looking forward to tournament in Namibia.
Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And that was it. The news coming out here in the middle is Clinton has won the toss and has decided to have a bat first. The Fabet East Africa T20 Cup. The news coming out there from the middle is the captain of Rwanda, Clinton Rwagumya, winning the toss and deciding to have a bat first. As we see the umpires out there in the middle, the two tall lads, Uganda International, Norbert Abi, alongside Eric Hirwa, Rwanda International. Of course, we're into the last day of the tournament. As we also read you the team list of the Ugandan, led by this time around the standing captain Kenneth Waiswa, alongside Alpesh Ramjani. Those two are leading the bowling chart for the whole tournament. Bilal Hassan comes back into the side. David Wawire, who's been very impressive in the first couple of overs. Henry Senyondo is back in the side. Kakuru Cyrus, wicketkeeper batsman. Pascal Murunji, Roger Mukasa, Ronald Rutaya, Simon Sesazi, and of course Sirajin Subuga, who cannot miss out on the encounter against Team Rwanda. And on the team list of Team Rwanda, we have, of course, led by the captain Clinton Rubagumya, Emmanuel Sevareme, Eric Dusingizimana, who is also back into the side after missing out yesterday with the Nigo, Eric Niomugabo, Iradukunda Michael, who joined the squad in the middle, Israel Mujisha back in the side, Kevin Irakoze was also back in the side, Kubgimana, Eric Oscar Manishimwe, wicketkeeper batsman, who replaced Didier Ndikubgimana because of that injury, Wilson Niyitanga, and Zapibi Menyeman, of course, with 13 wickets, leading the whole bowling lineup over Team Rwanda. And on your screens there is that man, shot number 51, Eric Dusingizimana, alongside wicketkeeper batsman Oscar Manishimwe. Eric Dusingizimana, who missed out on a couple of games. Can he finish strong? They have played so far 5 games and they have lost all the games. Is Team Rwanda winning batting first. They have won 3 games. Is Team Uganda, and with the ball they have won twice in this particular tournament. Of course, I won't be alone. I'll be joined by Leonard Ndaburo. Good morning, Leonard. As we see Bilal Hassan opening the bowling from the airport end.
Good morning and welcome again here, Bob. Thanks very much for that. Yes, we are ready for the action. Yes, action is all about to roll. It's the last day of this East Africa Trophy between Rwanda and Uganda. Rwanda today playing 2 games back-to-back. In the afternoon, they will be taking on Tanzania. Again, Oscar Manishimwe, 9 innings, 9 matches, 24 highest runs, 56. Not good figures there to start off with. He needs to do something better there in terms of those figures. So this is the game that he needs to make sure that he makes a good comeback. They are out of the contest. We are all aware that Uganda have won this Davabet East Africa Trophy. Now they are just playing to make sure that they give themselves enough game time and practice. And hopefully Rwanda also is doing the same thing. If you look at the opening pair, Bob, throughout the tournament, Rwanda has been changing a lot of players, trying to come up with the best combinations up the order. Again, it has been a big blow after they've lost one of their well-settled opener, Didier. But After that, then they've been trying a lot of guys, but things have not been going well in their side. You're seeing them losing wickets early on in the first 2-3 overs of the game. So after this, hopefully they'll sit down and find ways on how to get up and have a good, strong, solid opening pair that can give them a good start each and every game they play.
Absolutely. Talking about the opening pairs of Team Rwanda in this tournament, they've used six opening batsmen in this tournament. The coach Lee, who joined the team, he's been with the national team for 2 months. Would love to get that right combination going into the World Cup qualifiers later in Namibia. Bilal Hassan to bowl his second delivery of the first game of their doubleheader is Team Rwanda. Pitch of delivery looking to be that outside edge, straight to the keeper. Not enough bounce from this wicket. We saw yesterday a lot of batsmen getting ball, trying to play across the line. Bilal Hassan would love to use and capitalize on the conditions up front. We saw there's a little bit of movement in the first couple of overs. Of course, the last time these two played, Oscar Manishimwe had scored 24 of 40 deliveries. A little shimmy down the ground from Oscar Manishimwe, looking to pierce that gap through covers, misses it. But what signaled by the umpire, fast runs on board, comes in extras for Team Rwanda. But you can see the intent is clear. As the captain himself said earlier at the toss, they've been missing out in this whole tournament because of their batting department, looking to finish on a high. One of the reasons he decided to have a bat was Clinton Rubagumya.
He
Knocks him over straight away. An extra and comes back with the nip backer to get rid of the wicketkeeper batsman. I just spoke about players yesterday getting out ball. Oscar Manishimwe doesn't pick that nip backer from Bilal Hassan. That's the beauty. I said earlier that the ball is doing some movement, and Bilal is one of the experienced bowlers to utilize those conditions up front as he draws fast blood. Fast wicket down.
Look at that there, Bob. Look at the footwork. Not even any sign of getting closer to the ball there, Oscar Manishimwe. I've seen him being dismissed in this particular fashion 3 times. So if you talk about lesson being learned, I don't think he's learning anything from that. Yesterday, I've been talking with Zaid Yekan about Oscar again. He's betting. He's betted almost every number except maybe number 7 going downwards. But from 6 all the way to 1, he's been there. If you look at the way he gets dismissed, it seems like he doesn't even have a plan whatsoever. So I don't know if that is going through in the deep back of his mind to say how is he going to be better in his game again. You have been given a chance, especially when you've lost someone like Didier, because we know they share gloves. Now Didier is not available. You've been given that option, that chance again to go and show yourself so that you compete with Didier. But if you look at the way he's performed, if you look at the figures again, his highest was 24 out of 8 innings that he has played. So that is something that leaves a lot to be desired. You know, so you not understand, like even now look at Neo Eric comes in 7 innings again. If you look at those figures again, Eric doesn't seem like someone who's also fit enough to be where he is now. He's never given Team Rwanda any sort of runs or any sort of partnership or supporting other batters now. Now comes in now, he has been given another chance as well. So these are some of the things that these players also need to realize and start understanding, that when you are at this level, it's all about you understanding your role and playing according to your role. You could have your own plan as a player, yes, definitely. Then the team has got their own plan. You gotta fit in those 2 things. Then you come up with one solid plan. But if you look at this, I said it again before this game started, that each and every combination that Rwanda has tried, it has never lasted for more than 2 overs. A good shot there to start off the innings. Width was offered, full and wide. Then Neo takes that with both hands and opens the account for Rwanda there with a boundary. And for himself,
there you go there, Bilal. This time round, balls a little bit wider and full. Eric throws the kitchen sink at that one to open his account with that boundary. He's been given, of course, that task. Can he cement his position in the side? Plays it this time round on the back foot. 2 is the call. They're running very hard. David Wabire, all the way from the third man, covers a lot of ground to cut it to only 2 runs to bring us to the end of the first over with 7 runs on board and the loss of that wicket of Oscar Manishing with the wicketkeeper batsman, who has really looked to struggle to fill in the gaps over the young Didier Ndikubwimana, who missed out after playing only 6 innings for his side. It will be David Wawire to ball from the pavilion end, sharing the new cherry with the experienced Bilal Hassan. He's been troubling Eric Dusingizimana on the couple of occasions they have faced each other, applying the short ball ploy. Something they've really done well is Team Uganda, analyzing the opening batsman of the Rwandan side. He scored a 50 against Team Uganda, but I'll tell you, Mr. Leonard, the moment they realized he cannot play a short ball, that was it for Eric and his runs.
Definitely true. Those are some of the things that we have been discussing since this tournament started. I spoke about 4 things here in terms of how you go about your goals as a team, as opposition. This is what lovely piece of shot there from Dusingizimana Eric to start off his innings there with a 4.
In the arc there, holds his shape there, pierces the gap. Of course, we're still in the power plate. Only 2 fielders are allowed to be outside the ring. But again, when you look at that shot on your replay, that front leg, it's been something that has been taunting the whole batting lineup of Team Rwanda. Yes, he got enough elevation on that shot, but gotta go down the ground, head still, open up your elbow. Lovely shot again, back-to-back boundaries from Eric Dusingizimana. Much better.
Lovely piece of shot there from Eric Dusingizimana. This time goes on the carpet. Look at that there. But now, check again. That front leg, yes, he's clearing it away, allowing his shoulders to come through the line. But that has been also his downfall, him and the other batters for Rwanda. Let's hope this is not a setup from David Wawire. We have never seen him bowling a lot of full so far. But today he started off with full 2 deliveries. There is the short ball. I'm telling you, it's a setup. That is where he's going to be bowling all day long now. So this is going to be a good contest here, Bob. Again, we've talked about these things. I talked about technical goals as a team, as an individual. How much time do you spend analyzing the opposition, their weaknesses, their challenges, their strength? Again, you yourself, how much time do you spend time analyzing yourself? Again, this is what Uganda has done so far throughout this tournament, especially with these Rwandan openers. They can bowl you full footballs. Rwanda likes it more on the full. But now look at that delivery that has just been bowled by David. Now that is the length they are going to be bowling the whole day. Again, goes short up in area. I'm telling you, it was a setup there. Can he get under it enough? Not enough. Not easy to catch, but that is the setup. I'm telling you, they are going to be bowling a lot of their deliveries on that 8-meter mark to Eric because he's not comfortable playing those short deliveries.
Absolutely. Very good planning here from our Team Uganda under Dr. David Wawire. And again, when you look at Eric Dusingizimana, that short ball has gotten him out on a couple of occasions in this tournament. This is the time where he plans, how long can I stay at the wicket? Being brought back into the side as the most experienced player of Team Rwanda. Short ball again, goes across. Look at that there. That front leg. Something he needs to work on. He is correcting the line. Something he has to be doing as an opening batsman. You got to play those short through covers. Of course, the bowlers are going to be looking for that outside edge. The more you open up this front leg, the more you give a chance of getting out, exposing that outside edge. Of course, when you look at that short ball, even now on that previous delivery, he wasn't even in control, ending up topping it. Unlucky. Simon Cesar is not the quickest in the field. If it was Brian McMasawa, a little shimmy down the ground. 3 boundaries in this over. But you can see the planning is there and the execution is there from Dr. David Wawire. There you go from Eric Dusingizimana.
Good shot to finish up the over there, because what they need is all about getting runs as many as they can. They know exactly the amount of batters Uganda possesses good positive intent there from Elik. Yes, we can talk about technique and whatever, but the most important thing is how are you going to be scoring runs and how are you getting them. So he's done very well for his team. They're getting on top. And the most important question that you'd ask now going forward, Bob, is for how long is he going to keep on playing in that particular fashion? We still have got 18 overs to come here. So the longer he stays playing that way, the better for you for Rwanda. But always Uganda is a thinking team. The captain is always thinking now, Waiskwa is the standing captain, but we know what he can also do now. Comes in, back to the attack, Bilal Hassan. Ball into the pitch, coming down the track there from Eric Neo, but only finding the fielder at point. And the intent is clear there. Rwanda needs to put as many runs as they can here if they want to increase their chances of winning this game and make it the first game to beat Uganda here. So they need to pile up runs so that they apply pressure on Uganda. But with the quality of bowlers Uganda possesses, you need to make sure that you are positive. You need to make sure that you've got your options very well. You need to make sure that you know exactly how you're going to score against such quality bowlers.
Looking to flick it is Eric Nyomugabo. Half an appeal there from Bilal Hassan. But the umpire signals leg by, not interested. I would love to see these two Erics playing out the power play and see if they can get to 40 plus runs in the power play to stand a chance of scoring that 160 runs as the captain has been mentioning in the previous games. And when you look at the lineup of Uganda, Ronak Patel missing out. He's been the anchor of Team Uganda, and Sebanja, who's been troubling the run opening batsmen alongside the captain himself, Brian McMasaba. I believe if they get to that 160, they stand a chance on beating Uganda for the first time. They've been looking for that win. They've gotten closer twice in 9 months. Leonard, can this be the moment? Of course, Kevin Irakoze, the hard hitter, is also back into the side. The captain himself and Young Sebareme, who's also getting some runs for his side. They need a partnership or two. Eric Nyomugawa there looking to sneak in for a single, but the experienced Eric Dusingizimana tells his partner, hold your horses. We still have a long way to go if they are to get to that projected score of 165. Very casual in his second over is Bilal Hassan. Eric Dusingizimana with 120 runs in this tournament, 8 innings. Would have loved to cross that 200 mark with the abilities he possesses and the power. Talk about power there, Leonard. He listens to us here in the commentary box as he dispatches one outside Gahanga. Fast maximum comes off the blade of Eric Dusingizimana. That's power for you.
Lovely shot again there, staying positive again, Eric Dusingizimana. Look at that shot, the 6 maximum. Look, anything on the slot, on the full, there again, clearing that front leg, making sure that the shoulders come through the line of the ball and knowing exactly where you wanted to hit that ball. That ball was hit by miles here. We are looking forward to see more of this from big Eric Dusingizimana here. Lovely piece of betting to see here. So what questions is Bilal Hassan going to be asking again going forward, knowing exactly what Eric is looking forward to do? Shot of a link this time again. Closing off the over. Lovely, so the 28 for the loss of 1 wicket. Yeah, Bob, into the 3 overs gone here. Good start there from Eric. You can look even the dugout there, very calm, watchful, knowing exactly that they've got their big men doing the job there. But if you are one of those guys, you'll always be praying and keeping your fingers crossed that you need to see him be there for longer.
Absolutely, Leonard. This is a very good start despite losing that wicket over Oscar Manishimwe. Eric Dusingizimana, who is on 20 off 10, has made sure the momentum is on. And I love the fact that they have tried out to play that last delivery of every over as a dot ball, something that they've been missing out, getting out on that last delivery. You can see they're also going back at the hotel and watching these videos. Full ball there, flicked away by Eric Niomugabo, straight to the standing captain, making sure that Eric Dusingizimana faces more deliveries in the power play is the younger Niomugabo. Smartly done there. We've seen on a couple of occasions where both batsmen go for it and they end up losing wickets. But this time round, smartly done by Niomugabo. He is very happy to be on the other hand. Of course, there's that fielder, Pasco Murungi, at deep square leg for that short ball. Change of pace, wide signal by Uganda International Norbert Abbey. A lot of variations up front from the Ugandans. I must say here, they are very casual. This is not the Bilal and David Wabire we know with the new cherry. Good comeback there from David Wabile, making sure Eric Dusingizimana smells the leather. Loud appeal there from David Wabile, but that height. Norbert Abbey was not convinced at all, looking to go over that fielder. Kenneth Waiswa at mid-on misses it completely. And again, talking about getting into the line of the ball. When you look at that previous delivery, he loves opening up the front leg and sees if he can clear.
Yeah, that can be a good technique. It has worked for him so far. But the more you get up there to the levels where you get guys that swings the ball late away from you, and they always like to bowl around that off-stump line, I'm telling you, you're going to be exposed. Again, hit over, point there, again, outside edge. But still, every run that comes in, Rwanda will be the happiest of the two sides there. So that is something that you also need to worry about, again, making sure that he moves across that off-stump, cover that off-stump line there, and look at that there, Bob there.
A little shimmy there, goes to play it over the side screen, gets that outside edge that flies over Simon Sesazi at point, who had no chance whatsoever. The outfield is very electric. And Eric is making good use of that, who is on 24 in no time of 13 deliveries. Look at that strike rate. Close to 200 is Eric Dusingizimana for you.
And that is good to see. But going back now to technical points now, and the way he has been playing those shots, if you get bowlers that swing the ball away from you, attacking that off stump, put a slip in place, put a backward point, put a gully, I'm telling you, this is where he's going to be a lot more vulnerable again in terms of being dismissed as the higher you go. It's only that Uganda now are not much worried about that. But if you get bowlers in the captain that things along the line, but the way, if you look at that shot, he played it very well. But if you could also see all the three stumps, he was not even closer to the ball. That's why he got that outside edge. So if you get guys again that bowl more on that off stump line, asking you to come across to the off stump, I'm telling you that is going to be a big challenge for him. So something after this, like what you said, sit down, they watch. He needs to go and watch there. Make sure that he improves going across that off stump a bit more than what he's doing now.
One of the reasons we can see the standing captain there warming up. Round the wicket, flicked, catches the call. Ronald Utaya misses out on that one as the ball races away to yet another boundary of Eric Dusingizimana. He doesn't mind those ones coming in.
Anything there, that can be easy for him because already that is where his momentum is going. I think Ronald could have done a bit more better there. It's either he could have just went in quicker, commit with speed, or should have just waited for that ball if he feels that he was not going to get there. Good close of the over there by the boundary there. "38 runs for the loss of 1 wicket here. 4 overs gone here, Bob. Interesting to see the first time to see Rwanda giving themselves a good start even after losing a wicket there. Now they've managed to get a partnership going on between Eric Niyomugaba and Eric Dusingizimana here. This is what you'd want now from your top order batters to get that partnership. And in comes the man in form with the ball, Kenneth Waiswa from the opposite end.
He's the standing captain with 22 scalps in this tournament. Leading from the front, the Rwandan national team, they won't forget that man. He broke all the chances they have in their first game of this tournament against Team Uganda, picking up a hat-trick, dismantling all the middle of the other batsmen. Comes in from the airport end. He will be bowling that in-swinger if he gets a chance to bowl at Eric. One of the reasons he comes in the power play. As we also see Alpesh Ramjani, who's been picking wickets for fun against Team Rwanda. They've been getting good starts from their opening batsmen. But the big problem and big challenge will be the middle order batsmen. Starting from number 4, 5, 6, 7. They've not contributed enough for their side. Cut. There's a fielder there, David Wawire, who cuts it to only 1 run. He doesn't get enough timing on that one. That was a hit-me ball. Had a big gap there over Roger Mukasa there at point. Slices it to only get 1 run. He doesn't mind those ones coming in. Is Kenneth Waiswa, as he sends a deep long on Alpesh Ramjani for Eric Dusingizimana and brings in a third man inside the ringer. He's going to ball it fuller and into the pads, and looking for that in swing is Kenneth Waiswa. Change of pace there from the starting captain. He knows Eric, I beg your pardon, Eric loves the ball coming in quicker to his bat. This time round, he deceives him with a very good off-cutter. He has protection at deep mid-wicket. They have put Siraja Subuga at mid-on. Where is Eric going to go? Of course, 1 over still into the power play. Can they get to that 45-plus runs?
See there, Kenneth Waiswa realizing that anything full, you get dispatched. Now he's dropped the length a bit more back, again away from Eric, not allowing him to go under that ball and hit those big sixes that he's known for. Clever, smart bowling again. So now for Eric, he has been there. Now he need to make sure that he comes up with a plan again, especially when they drop that shot of a length ball there. He need to make sure that he picks that length a bit more early and get himself in a position to hit that ball where he wants it to be. He has to play according to his strength, but you got to create opportunities for him to do that. Again, short and a bit slower from Waiswa. Eric played a bit more quicker there than the ball. And this is something that Kenneth Waiswa has been doing, and he's been doing it very, very well throughout this tournament.
Premeditated there from Eric Dusingizimana. He's been doing it in this tournament. Of course, some have gone his way, but this time around he's been deceived again by the 24-year-old Kenneth Waiswa, who's been very impressive, contributing with the ball and with the bat. He has 202 runs and has picked 20 wickets in this tournament. Misfield there from Roger Mukasa to give Eric Dusingizimana and his partner Eric Niyomugaba another single to make it to 40 after 5 for the loss of 1. There you see the dugout of Team Uganda, led by the coach, of course, Lawrence Mahatlani, alongside Jackson Ogwang, the assistant coach, and the captain, Brad Mark Masawa, and their physio, Shamim, who's been doing a very good job here in this particular tournament. Looking very casual. Of course, they won the trophy. They will be waiting for that celebration mode after this game as they watch Rwanda take on Tanzania in their doubleheader and the last game of the Dafabet East Africa T20 Cup. It is the introduction of the leading wicket taker in this tournament, Alpesh Ramjani, with 22 scalps with an economy of 4 in the T20 format, Leonard. Of course, there's a sleep. Roger Mukasa. How is Eric going to play out Alpesh Ramjani? He's been troubling him on a couple of occasions.
He spoke too early, Bob. Eric goes across the line again, looking for that mid-wicket area. And look, I said it, if you get bowlers that are smart enough, after realizing that that front leg is not getting in line with the ball, they'll just attack that off stump and make the ball move away from you. And this is what exactly our patient Ramjani is just what it's just done here. First ball up into the attack. There we see the bag of Eric for this being dismissed, bowled for 29 of 19 deliveries.
Not the first time we've seen this happen. Alpesh Ramjani comes in his first delivery against the turn. Look at the front leg there. Tries to go for the bigger part of the ground. Playing it against the turn, exposing all the stumps, and he has to depart. Is Eric Dusingizimana. Make that 23 wickets in this tournament is Alpesh Ramjani. Can he cross that 25 wickets? First time he's playing in Rwanda. And he looks like someone who's been playing here for ages. Every wicket they've given Alpesh Ramjani has made sure he picks 3 wickets or 2. As we see the Clinton, Rubagumya, the captain himself, 10 matches, 9 innings, 111 runs with the highest of 40. But that strike rate of 82 is not healthy in this short format of the game. Now, the moment we've been talking about the middle order batsmen, as we see number 4 comes in. Can they capitalize and stabilize this? Of course, he joins Eric, who's been very pedestrian in his knock. 8 of 8 up against Alpesh Ramjani.
I've been saying that, Bob, since Eric started playing, about that off-stump not being protected. And I'm like, if you get bowlers that are smart enough to realize that he's not moving in line to cover that off-stump, they will just attack that off-stump, get the ball to move away from it. And this is what exactly Alpesh Ramjani has just done. This is what good players and quality players possess in terms of analyzing the opposition. Yes, Uganda didn't mind leaking those runs, but they knew that one of those deliveries, if it's executed very well, they will see the back of Eric to Singsimana. This is what exactly that has happened. So that is another red area that Eric needs to go and work on going forward. The qualifiers are there in October, and those are quality teams that they're going to be facing in. And they are also watching these games here, coming up with plans. So he also needs to do the same thing to make sure that he fixes that, and he fixes that as quickly as he can.
And one of the reasons, Leonard, Uganda has been outstanding in this tournament is how quickly they pick up. They analyze the batsmen. After 4 overs, they were on 38. Straight away introducing spinner. Picks up that wicket because they knew Eric was very comfortable with the ball coming on to the bat. Alpesh Ramjani comes in, deceives him with a straight ball and picks up that big wicket. Down the grounder, looking to beat that fielder at mid-offer, who does a very good job, is David Wawire, to cut it to only 1 run to bring the end of the power play with 41 for 2 on the board. Projected score looking to be 137 with this 5 dot balls in this over. It has gone down to 6 runs and over. They are looking at 8 plus in the first 4 overs. Now this is a very big, crucial moment for Team Rwanda. These are the overs where they have to see if they can get to 7 plus runs without losing many wickets. Of course, the field is spread as we see the left-arm orthodox Henry Senyondo back into the side, coming in from the airport end. This is one of the bowlers who's been haunting Team Rwanda. Every time he's bowled, he's picked up 4 wickets in the Continental Cup. But this time round in this tournament, they did their homework well. He didn't pick many wickets against Team Rwanda. He was having a very rough time with the ball, going for an economy of 8+. Can he correct his lines and finish on a high? Is the experienced Henry Senyondo. Of course, he has a deep square leg, a deep long on, a deep long off, and a deep extra cover. Those are the fielders outside the ring. And a deep mid-wicket. The field is spread. What is now the captain and his partner, Neo Mugawa, going to do? Big gap there on the offside between covers and deep extra cover. Down the ground, straight away to the fielder, Pasco Murunji at long on. Very good intentions there from the captain, trying to rotate the strike. To leave Eric Neo Mugawa on the strike. He's been kept out of action for quite some time. Goes on the back foot. Smartly played there. They're keeping the scoreboard ticking.
But what Rwanda needs here now is the middle order. This middle order has been exposed a lot of the times throughout this tournament in not doing their job. I think that is the biggest letdown for Rwanda here, the middle order. Again, they need to do something, get a partnership going on, control the game. This is what they need to do. The good thing is the captain is there again, knowing exactly what they want to be doing and what they want to achieve. So this has been their biggest letdown throughout the tournament. So they need to start doing something else there to make sure. If you look at the other teams, if their top order misfires, the mid order comes in and repair the damage, both Tanzania and Uganda. So that is something Rwanda going forward now needs to work on. The middle order batters again. They need to come up with a clear plan. They know exactly what the situation is like. So they need to come up there with a clear plan, execute the plan very well, and then get forward. That's why you see they can get a good start. But how they finish now, like now, you are looking forward to seeing them putting on 150+ with the start that they've got. But now, if you look at it now, they'll end up scoring 110, 115 because of the middle order. Look at that ball that is Henry Senyo that just bought, and look at the shoulder that Clinton tried to play there. You ask yourself, yes, it can be your strength, but the situation, does it allow you to go for those options? Yes or no?
Oh, big turn there from Henry Senyondo, beats the outside edge. And they managed to sneak in a single. Eric Neo Mugawa, who is not happy. Very tidy over to start with is Senyondo, giving away only 3 runs to bring us to the end of the 7th over with the scoreboard reading 44 for 2. Clinton Rubagwima will need to up on that strike rate. He's faced so far 10 deliveries for his 3 runs, whereas his partner is still moving at 100 strike rate. As we see now, Alpesh Ramjani, the danger man from the pavilion end.
The danger, as you want to call it, he has been doing a fantastic job for Rwanda. When they need wickets, he gives them wickets. When they need runs to be dried up, he dries the runs for them. That is what you'd want from your player there. Lovely piece of bowling from him. Goes big, but not big enough to get the boundary. Only finds the fielder deep mid-wicket. 1 run it is.
Interesting character there. Who does the collection job there? Coming from the square leg, deep square leg, Sirajin Subuga, who doesn't miss out on any single game against Team Rwanda. In the air this time, catches the call, beats the running from the standing captain, who had to save a boundary. Decides not to go for that catch. Will be very key to see how long is Kenneth Waiso going to take to give Siraji Subuga the ball. He loves bowling at these Rwandans, loves giving them a chap in the air for quite some time. You can see they're struggling to time the ball when Alpesh Ramjani is bowling. I'll tell you it's because they're playing it against the turn, trying to play it over deep square leg and deep mid-wicket. They would love to play it here on the offside. There's a big gap between David Awire, who is at long off, and deep extra cover Pasco Murunji. Much better there from Clinton, using the full face to find that fielder, Dr. David Wabire at long off. 47 for 2 after 7.4. Big ball coming here, Leonard. Eric Neo Mugawa has been kept out of action. He would love to see if he can clear one.
Hope he doesn't go there and follow the other batters in the pavilion. Lovely shot there from him. Just rocking off the back foot and punching it down to that deep extra cover. These are the shots that they should be looking to play more, especially against Alpesh Jan there. You know, unless if he bowls a bit more straighter now, just look also to get behind and hit it straighter over his head again. Once you do that, that is how you apply pressure on him. But the moment he starts going across the line and going big, then that will make him happy. Lovely shot there. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Just wait for that. The moment he misses length, then you place it right. We'll play the thick outside edge there, bottom edge from the captain Ruba Gumunya. And that boundary takes Rwanda to 52 for the loss of 2 wickets. 8 overs gone here. Look,
there you go. Balls it into the pads. Get some flick on that one to end that over with 8 runs. I'll tell you, courtesy of those singles they took. This is the big trophy there. It is going only one way, 500 kilometers all the way to Kampala. Uganda making good sure they defend the trophy, the East African trophy. It is Henry Senyondo to continue from the airport end. These two are looking to have a partnership also for their nation. Short ball flicked away, 2 is the call. They're running very hard. The captain, Clinton, is not interested to take on the arm of Dr. Wawire there, who had to cover a lot of ground from deep square leg. Interesting to see Eric Niyomugaba playing sensible and smart cricket. He's one of the players who love to deal in boundaries and maximums, but this time round, he's playing the anchor role, having been promoted at number 3. I mentioned that this is a big moment, this double-header for Team Rwanda, to see if these young batsmen can cement their spot. One of the batsmen has to be Eric Niyomugabo, who is on 12 off 12. Can he be the anchor to make sure they get to 150 plus? Soft hands from Captain Clinton Rubagumya. Risky but effective as they take on Simon Sesazi. He is not the quickest inside the ring.
They've managed to survive at least 2 times. They're just dropping that ball in that region, but it's a risk worth taking. But for how long again? He goes big, and did he clear? Not enough. Yes, it is enough. It is enough, because if you look at the way Abil Hassan stood there, it seems like it was going straight under his throat, but that was big enough to clear the boundary, hitting those balls there.
There you go, flighted delivery there. Eric, his eyes lit up, making sure he takes on the fielder at long off, Bilal Hassan, and clears him comfortably. Smartly played by Eric Niyomugaba. A 6 and a single. Every coach in the world would love this batting from the young man. We know he is capable of going big, scoring those 50s and even more. Of course, he has a high score of 70 international in T20s. They saved there by the flighted delivery of Henry Senyondo to close off the over with that dot ball. 61 for 2 after 9. Moving at 6-7 runs and over is Team Rwanda. They will now love to up the ante. They have, of course, 8 wickets in hand.
There you see the introduction of Nsubuga Siraj from the pavilion end. I heard you talk about all the coaches loving that if you hit a boundary, get off a single. If I take my commentary hat and going into that coaching business, I'm not that kind of a coach who would like to have that approach. If the ball is there for the taking, Bob, I can hit you 6 sixes in 6 balls. Balls is there. That mentality again of saying, I hit a boundary, the next ball comes in for 6. I've seen a lot of batters falling because it closes off the mindset. It puts you in a negative approach, unless if the ball is there to take the single. But if the same delivery comes in, I'm telling you, Bob, if I'm going to hit you 36 out of 6 balls, I'll go for that. Up and over, but just one bounce into Brian Masaba's hands at long off there. I like the intent that Eric Niyomugaba is using here. Just being the one taking charge now. Again, he's on 20 or 15, good strike there. He needs to maintain and continue in the way he's also giving Clinton strike. That is something that is lovely to see, especially if the middle order is playing this way. That is what we have been crying for. Good call again from him, realizing that the keeper did not get enough of that ball, and quickly he called there. One by comes in.
Good presence of mind from Eric Nyomugaba, I beg your pardon. I'd love to see how this battle goes on. They play for the same local side, the challengers are these two. He doesn't care if it's young Siraji. He will try and take him on as he picks out one of the safest pairs of hands in the deep. Roger Mukasa to take a comfortable catch to get rid of Eric Nyomugaba. I told you, I would love to see how long it takes Kenneth Waiswa to give that man, Siraji Subuga, the ball. He knows the run-on batsmen, they like taking him on as Eric Nyomugaba departs with one boundary and a maximum to his back. He takes the long way back, of course, and make that 3 wickets.
He survived the other over. Look at that. Similar shot like the one that he hit our patient, Henry Senyondo, and it went over Bilal Hassan's head. Now, he couldn't get enough elevation to clear Brian Masaba at long off here again. So, sorry, Roger Mkasa, yes, it's long off here. So this is what we have been praising, the way these two guys, Clinton and Eric, the way they have gone about repairing the middle order here. Now, after that praise, then the 4 comes in. Irakoze Kevin, the big hitting of men of the moment. 9 innings, 148 runs, Bob, 60. And a strike rate of 154, very, very impressive here. 150 under his belt, the first one in his career. Good enough, good improvement from the youngster. Big lad, but he's still young in terms of age. So now he has been scoring more and being aggressive against Tanzania. He has never done that against Uganda. Now the opportunity has been offered to him now. Let's see how he's going to go about these Ugandan bowlers here.
I'll tell you, Leonard, that man there on your screenshot, number 78, has a way of chapping the running batsman and ends up picking up their wickets. Fast ball, no sighters from Kevin Irakoze, the one bounce for 4.
I've been asking that how long is he going to take on the Ugandan bowler? Straight up from first ball number 1. He goes big and not even a single fielder. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Big hands, big muscles. Not even any single fielder moved. The only movement they make is just to go and pick the ball from outside the bound and bring it back. Irakoze Kevin, for this is how he has been playing in this tournament. I like this approach from Kevin. Again, he goes big, and this one, it's maximum there again. Kevin Irakoze. I'm telling you, it was hit, and well hit. Once he hit the ball, it stays hit and it goes all the way. Already he's on 10 of 2 deliveries.
Look at that on the replay. Flighted delivery there to a man who has power and a lot of control. Kevin Irakoze goes for a big 6 straight to the side screener. How is Siraji going to close off this over after picking up that big wicket of Eric Nyomugaba? One delivery to come, 73 for 3. Goes harder, but can now only pick up the longer fielder, Roger Mukasa, to carry it off only 1. And Kevin Irakoze will keep strike. Make that 74 for 3 after halfway the stage, the 10 overs. You can see they have climbed to 7 runs and over, courtesy of Kevin Irakoze's cameo. He's still unbeaten after facing 3 deliveries for his 11 runs. They would love to see him replicate that 60 he got in the first game against in their game against Team Tanzania. The only win they have in the tournament is Team Rwanda. It will be, of course, shot number 4, Henry Senyondo, to bowl his 3rd over. He's been very economical, giving away only 6 runs in every over he has bowled.
Kevin Irakoze, I'm telling you, Bob, is giving his team and the spectators a lot of things to watch here. Goes big, and that is big. I tell you, Bob, big as it is, once Kevin smacks that, I'm telling you that is going to go all the way. This plan is anything that comes in the slot is going out of Gahanga. He has never taken one, but if he stays there, I'm telling you, look at that, Bob.
Into the wind. Against the turn, he does not care because he has the power. That's Kevin Irakoze. Everything he hits, he makes sure it has enough venom on it to get it over the line. How long can he do that for his team?
Telling you the umpire is a bit worried here. The more Kevin stays there, the more they are going to be losing balls. And in that particular moment, he couldn't even get in line to hit that ball again. This is where Eric Niomugaba now needs to come in and talk to him now to say, yes, that was not in your slot. No, sorry, Clinton Rubagumuya, the captain, can tell him that now it's not in your slot. Just drive it straight to the covers or long on the ground. Then you play a lovely piece of this is what you'd want to see from him. More of that sensible betting from him again here. Not just going wild swings against anything that comes to him. Lovely piece of betting from Irakoze Kevin.
With his 18 of 6 deliveries, he has made sure they're moving at 7 runs and over. Much needed for Team Rwanda. Smartly played by the captain, making sure he rotates the strike. And he is very happy to watch Kevin Irakoze from the other end. Eight runs so far in these 4 deliveries from Henry Senyondo. Still wicketless. Shot into the air, but drops to no man's land. And Kevin Irakoze keeps rotating the strike. Anything you can see that he's not in his zone, he's making sure he gets a single off that. Last delivery to come from Henry Senyondo is the captain himself. Is he going to go for a boundary or is he going to get a single to keep strike? Into the back footer. And he's very happy to keep the strike, to leave Kevin Irakoze, who's striking it over 250, to be on the non-strikers end. 11 overs down the road, 84 for 3 is what the scoreboard reads. As we also allow and welcome Mr. Landry Rurangwa back into the commentary box.
11 overs gone here, 84 for 3. Welcome back, Landry.
Thank you very much, Leonard. It's good to be back after a few days and to be back in this game. Uganda taking on Rwanda in the last game of the tournament between the two. Rwanda 84 for 3 after 11, in the best position they've ever been against Uganda. Kevin doing the magic here, 19 in 7, as Clinton Rubagumya 12 in 20. This is exciting as you also see the captain making a change. Captain of the day decides to make it his turn to bowl. He wants a wicket. That is the only message. He needs a wicket. And that is either Kevin or Clinton. He will be very happy to take Kevin. But let's see how it goes. 12th over, 84 for 3.
Yeah, he's got that habit of taking those wickets when his team needs it. So he's very much capable of doing that here. We have been watching a lot of him doing that. So he's good at that, and that's what Uganda will be needing here. Clinton goes there. Lovely flick. Straight to short fine leg there. And the big hitting, the man of the moment in terms of hitting the ball, comes into attack now. It's going to be interesting, Landry, to see how is he going to go about his business against the smart and clever bowling of Kenneth Waiswa here.
Very well said there. Kenneth Waiswa is coming to get a wicket. If you are Kevin and Clinton, would you give them that? Kenneth to Kevin. Soft hands. Wide throw. They take a single. There's a chance for a run out. Comedy of errors here. Yes, no calls. The end of it all, they take a single. Clinton wants to face the captain of the day himself.
Telling a lot of action, a lot of drama happening in there. Clinton, he needs to make sure that they communicate very well. We don't want to be losing a wicket in that particular fashion. This is where the end, the other game when Uganda played Rwanda, where Kenneth Waisa took a lot of wickets coming from this end. He loves bowling from this end here again. He understands this end better. Drops it short, or played, or guided to third man there. Single taken.
Kenneth has proved to be a very clever bowler, especially after power play, picking wickets easily, changing the pace, changing the length and line. But if the Rwandans are to stay in the contest and to keep the flow going, they will need to be very careful for this over. But play him, get singles as they are doing. If a boundary comes, yes, good, but don't give him your wicket. Kenneth to Kevin, full ball, loud appeal. Umpire Abbey thinks that's just a leg by. With 2 balls to go to finish this over, this is Kenneth's second over. He's only gone for 5 runs.
That is something that is also good at. If he's not taking wickets, he doesn't concede a lot of runs. And that is what he has done good so far. Yes, it's all about as a bowler known by taking wickets. But sometimes if wickets are not coming, you gotta be bowling a lot of those dot balls. You gotta be bowling a lot of hard balls for these guys to dispatch to the boundary. And he has done that very well.
He's done that very well. I tell you, Clinton looks very positive today. As much as he is on 14 in 22, if he can accelerate from here and get his strike rate above 100, to me, 2 things is done very well today. Play with a turn against Alpesh, make sure he doesn't get any wicket, get at least 4 or 5 runs in his over. Alpesh has been the go-to bowler for Uganda, picking wickets. He has now 23 wickets in this tournament. The second best bowler, he has more than 7 wickets ahead of that. So not giving him a wicket, that is a plus already for Rwanda. And the same thing to Kenneth Waiswa. Clinton goes hard, he gives a chance, and that is not taken. 6 more runs on Rwanda's total.
Lovely shot there. I wanted to say when he played that previous shot to cover that if he just go through with the shot, I'm telling you, he can access the boundary easy. But sometimes he goes half. Look at that. Look at the way he threw his hands. There, you see, if he goes through with the shot, I'm telling you, he's capable enough of clearing the boundary and up in the air or down on the ground. But sometimes he looks like he holds himself into the shell. So that is something that he needs to understand and improve going forward. It's not like he doesn't see the ball. He sees the ball, he gets in good position, but he holds himself back in terms of throwing those hands onto the ball. 12 overs gone here, 94 for the loss of 3 wickets. Good recovery again from Rwanda again.
Very good recovery. And Uganda keeps trying, bringing their best bowlers to try and see if they can get a wicket. Sometimes these tactics work, but some other times you'll find yourself going for many. The previous over went for 10 runs from Kenneth Waiswa and David Wawire. The opening bowler for Uganda comes back into the attack from the airport end. He will be bowling to Kevin Irakoze.
I'm telling you, Landry, anything that he bowls in Kevin's zone, that ball is going to disappear. So he needs to make sure that he's smart on his bowling here, David.
Henry Senyondo, not the quickest. That was a chance for a run out. He's not happy with himself. But as you're saying, Kevin also needs to be careful, as David is. He's not been very convictional playing pull shots, short balls, but anything he touches with a full bat, it's been going to the boundary. Clinton on strike against Wawire. Full ball. They take a single. That will be 2 in 2 balls. 95 for 3 after 12.2 overs. 7.4 overs remaining with 7 wickets in hand. Could this be the highest total Rwanda ever scores against Uganda? Let's see how it goes. Wawire to continue to Kevin Irakoze. Short ball, punished. Lovely cut shot from Kevin. He does not want to spend time. 4 more runs, straight in the gap. Leonard, take us through that shot.
That's a clip shot there. Look. There, look at opening the place. The place, lovely piece of shot there. We call it a clap, when you get slapped on your cheek. There, that is what Kevin Irakoze has managed to do, and brings the 100 up for his team. First time to pass 100 in this tournament with 3 wickets against Uganda. We talked about improvements. We talked about boxes to tick. This is something that they should be ticking. The follow up. There is an outside edge. Eric Hirwa Dusabe Mungu. The finger is raised in that sees Kevin Irakoze walking back to the dugout. But he has done a fantastic job for his team here. 25 off 11 delivers a Landry. Lovely piece of betting from Irakoze. Kevin is disappointed with himself there. He knows that he could have done better, but he has done a good job for his team here.
Very good job done. 25 off 11. I'll tell you, every team goes to a tournament wanting to win it. Look at that ball. Very well bowled by David Wawire. Every team goes to a tournament with the plans to win the tournament. But I'll tell you, Rwanda here has got a found in Kevin Irakoze being a hard hitter coming into party to play for Rwanda as a batter. He's done it twice now. The other time, 3 times actually, against Tanzania again, and today versus Uganda. But the confidence that he shows trying to hit those boundaries is what will go a long way. That is the end of Kevin Irakoze and the introduction of Emmanuel Sebareme. He joins his captain Clinton Rwagumya. Emmanuel with 102 runs at a strike rate of 127 in 8 innings. He will be joining Clinton and Wawire to continue with 2 balls to finish the over. He's already gone for 30. Picked one big wicket of Kevin, and he's into his 3rd over.
Good bowling change there from Kenneth Waiswa, rotating his bowlers very well, knowing which bowler to use and which bowler to bring with every situation that is arisen here. Emmanuel tries to go for that big flash outside off, but could not get contact there. We've seen Emmanuel a couple of games now giving his team a lot of big hits again, but the only shot for that is making is not staying there for a bit longer. But the more he stays there, the more he puts his team in a good position to compete and win a game.
Tell you, Leonard, you are very right. These 7 overs and 1 ball remaining, if Rwanda can go at 8 and over in the next 4 overs and try to go to 10 per over, they will have given themselves a chance to bowl to a decent total. That is it. Kenneth Waiswa asks David Wawire to deliver, and he does. He picks a big wicket of Kevin Irakoze and goes for 6 runs in that over. New screens there. Mr. Charles Harbour, the founding president of Rwanda Cricket Association, together with the general manager of RCA, Gerard Nambara, the most consistent supporter of Rwanda men's national team. He's been here every day since they started playing. Futapi, the man who used to play for right guards. Bowling change. Alpesh is back into the attack. Loud appeal. That's a dot ball to start things off. Very clever captaincy from Kenneth Waiswa. The spinners were being taken on. He removed them, brought himself back, tried to get a wicket, didn't work. Bring David Wawire. He gets a big wicket, and now he's back to his man, Alpesh Ramjani. Clinton goes on the pedal and picks a single. Emmanuel to face. Again, the best option here for Rwanda would be 7 to 8 runs with no wicket, because this is the most wicket-taking bowler in this tournament. You don't need to play him as any normal bowler that you see. 23 wickets is what he has at an economy of 4. in T20s, Leonard.
That is excellent bowling from him there. He's a quality bowler to have in your squad. That makes it wicket number 24 there. You don't want to overcommit yourself if you are playing such quality bowlers like Alpesh Ramjani here. I saw Clinton again committing early off the back foot. You don't want to be doing that, and then you see Emmanuel committing early off the front foot. You gotta be waiting for that ball. That was a quicker one again, not 10 whatsoever here. Smart bowling, and again it goes back to the captain. The way he's rotating his bowlers around the Rwandan batters has been exceptionally very, very well from Waiso Kenneth. There is Emmanuel Sibareme. Nothing on to talk about here. So it is not good looking here again. 100 for 3 now becomes 101 for 5. This is what has been Rwanda's biggest letdown again. The middle order again, not managing to bat long Alandri. And
the mid order not managing to bat long. Eric Nyomogaba there turning out today, trying 20 in 16. The legend Eric Tusingizimana 29 in 20. Quick cameo from Kevin, 25 in 12 at a strike rate of 200. Sebareme leaving without scoring, and that brings Wilson Niitanga on strike. He has 108 runs in this tournament at a strike rate of 90. This is going to be very interesting to see if the two batters can build a partnership here.
Definitely a partnership is needed here. Landry Wilson, he has been quiet in terms of scoring runs here, but he's also capable of making sure that he gets a partnership going on. So this is what he should be doing now. Clinton has been there for 27 deliveries. So he needs to make sure that he supports Clinton. Stay positive again. Understand what the plan is. Is play shows like that each and every time. Again, we're now getting closer to the deep end of the first inning. So this is where now you need to up your scoring rate again. Get a 2 or 3 boundaries in and over again. Keep rotating strike now if you want to put a competitive total here. So this is very, very important now for Wilson Niitanga to make sure that he plays a crucial role in terms of building an inning around the captain.
Very well said. Alpesh is not a big turner of the ball, but he disses them with a change of pace. His wicket-taking balls have always been straight. And he bowls a very good over, 3 runs in it, picks a big wicket. Someone who's been striking the ball at 145 in Emmanuel Sebareme. But I still believe the Rwandans can still fight with this. You see there on your screens the caterers from Gahanga restaurant together with some national team players, women's category, Alice, Mohawe and Merveille. Siraj and Subuga is back from the airport end.
I heard you correctly saying Rwanda can take this. They can only take this game if they put anything that is above 170 going forward. I'm telling you, that is going to be a decent score to put Uganda under pressure. So this is something that they should be thinking deep down in their mind. How do you get there? Anything that is less than 140 against Uganda is going to be very, very easy for them. I'm not undermining the Rwandan bowlers, but knowing the kind of batters that Uganda possesses, again, such small scores or totals won't even trouble them. Again, so it's something that you need to do when you bat first. It's all about putting scoreboard pressure before the game starts. So that should be Rwanda's aim here going forward if they want to put a shocker here in this game. They've got nothing to lose. It's the last day of the tournament here. So you got to go for the game and see how closer you can get to winning the game. But the only thing that can get you closer, Landry, is to put more runs on the board here.
Ross said batting is all about runs. Siraj to Wilson plays that late. They want 2. They get 2. Very good throw from Roger Mkasa at the boundary there. 104 for 5 with 35 balls remaining.
Still a long way to go. Let's see how it goes there. What approach are these guys going to use? Wilson Niitanga is a better himself in the team. uses of the feet. Driven down on the ground, cutting a bit of some grass there. Lovely shot to see there, but one run it is.
Siraj Nsubuga here with 3 balls remaining. He's playing quite well. Bowled 1 over, went for so many. He's back into the attack. His first over went for 13. Clinton throws his hands at that, plays it at extra cover. Ronald, very good pick from Ronald to tire, and that is kept to a single.
That is something that Clinton has also managed to do very well here, the way he's rotating strike again. So what is going to be interesting is the more he stays there until, let's say, from over number 15 going there. I would love to see him changing the gear now, going for those big shots. Tries to overhit that one and finding the mid-wicket, the captain himself.
Wilson tried yesterday with the slog sweeps. It did work, getting some few maximums there. And now he will need to stay positive. He steps down, he plays that one straight to long on. Pasco Morongi does a very good job. And that is it. Over number 15 gone. And it's only gone for 6 runs. Clinton on 25 in 30 and Wilson on 5 in 5. Rwanda 109 for 5 after 15 overs.
The last 30 balls of the game here now, of the innings, comes in. And this is the last over again for Alpesh Ramjan. 12 runs is considered in 3 overs. He's taken 2 wickets. How many more can he add? Wilson, how many more can he add? Before I even finish to say that, Landry, he has added now wicket number 25. Landry, Wilson, look for that option that he went for against Alpesh Ramjan. Do you think that was a smart option?
Not a very good option for someone who's picking wickets. He's been picking wickets day in, day out. We've got to try and play differently, start something new. It's clear that the batters in this tournament have not been having enough plans for Alpesh Ramjani. Look at that. Little, no turn whatsoever. And he gets his 25th wicket. Zapi Vimenyimana coming in to bat. Now the batters leaving the job for the bowlers to do. Zapi Vimenyimana is not one to spend time on the wicket. It's either the ball goes or he goes. 109 for 6 for a team that was 100 for 3. 3 wickets have fallen, with only 9 runs added on the total. Zapi there at a strike rate of 150. With his highest runs in this tournament being 30 runs. Let's see how he goes against the best bowler. Front foot. First ever time I've seen Zapi play such a shot in a short format. He does have a 70 run for his club in 50 overs.
I'll tell you, Landry, Zapi Menyimana scored that highest run of 30 in the last time they played Uganda. Making sure Rwanda crossed 110 in that particular game where Uganda came out all guns blazing, chasing it in just 8 overs with all 5 batsmen striking it over 200. Looking to get off the mark is Zapi Menyimana. Alpesh Ramjani looking to pick up the first fifer in this tournament. He has 2 deliveries to go. Cut away, but cut final 2. Bilal Hassan, run out chance. An even bounce there. He hit it on that synthetic. If it had gone straight to the arms of Alpesh Ramjani, Zapi wasn't even in the frame.
Zapi spoils Ramjani's over. What had almost looked like a maiden wicket is now 1 run for 1. But he's done a fantastic job. 16th over going for... Make that 2, even 3 because he's bowled an extra. I think he's also trying to get a wicket here. 3 runs with 1 ball to go. Zapibi Menyimana standing at the 4th position in the bowling chart there for this tournament. He's bowled very well. He's proven to have plans for different batters. He's bowled accurately in this tournament. 112 for 6 with 1 ball to finish the 16th over. Plays that one straight to the bowler. And that is it. That's the end of Alpesh Ramjani in terms of bowling in this East Africa T20 Trophy tournament. He will be the best bowler. He will pick one of those that you're seeing on your screens there. With 25 wickets at an economy of 4. He's been outstanding.
We're into the last 4 overs. The projected score looks to be 140. They would love to make sure these two get to that 140. If they stand a chance here again to get their first ever win against Team Uganda, as we see the introduction of Bilal Hassan, who's been brought back for his second spell from the airport end. This is where Bilal Hassan is the most dangerous with his reverse swings.
Bilal Hassan into the attack. Clinton has been off strike for some time now, seeing wickets fall the other end. You'll need to be very careful here. But I'll tell you, Bob, with 4 overs remaining, there should not be any respect to any bowler. Yes, Bilal Hassan is a good bowler, but you are here to compete. You need to stay in the contest. Fight for your country. Try and score as many as you can. It's about the battle. Batter versus bowler.
And there's a very good option there from Clinton as the fine leg is inside the ring. We know, of course, Bilal is going to come full and straight. There you go, straight down the grounder. He keeps rotating the strike. They would love him to get those boundaries. He's had a pedestrian knock over 26 of 31 so far. They would love him to get to that 50 and make sure his team gets to 150 plus. He is been looking for that 160 every time he's been asked at the toss. That's the target he talks about. He has, of course, that man with the long lever, Zapibi Menyimana, on strike.
Lovely stuff from Bilal Hassan. He knows the batter on strike there. This is my fellow bowler. Anything full, I will be going out of the ground. I need to bowl it a little bit hard length there. That's a dot ball.
Zapibi Menyimana, on the other hand, will be looking to get that over that fielder at backward point. Siraji Subuga, Roger Mukasa, a third man, is a little bit finer. A very big gap there. And a very good scoring option for Zapibi Menyimana. Full ball in the air. Drop shot at short mid-wicket. Simon Sesazi. Kenneth Weiss were there, the starting captain at short mid-wicket. And they get 3 comfortable runs. Much needed. They would love a boundary here. And it's the captain, of course, Clinton Rubagumya.
Very well done by Zapi there, pushing his captain to run 3. And I'll tell you, Bob, this is what they need now. Hit the sweepers and try and run hard and see if you can get 2. And wait for that loose ball to get a boundary. Or even take a risk and look for that boundary. Clinton versus Bilal. Drops that one to the keeper. No run. Clinton, who is on 26 in 32, should be really trying something different now.
Can we see those scoop and pedals from the captain? Fantastically done by the captain, the starting captain, Kenneth Weiss. He has made sure the boundary option for Team Rwanda is off the cards. Last 2 deliveries to come from Bilal Hassan. There you go. We ask for it and we get it. 2 bounces to the ropes. That's the captain for you. Of course, the fine leg fielder, Henry Senyondo, was inside the ring. And that gave Clinton Rubagumya that boundary option. It comes in handy and effective to make it to 120 for 6 after 16.5. They would love to have another boundary here.
Very, very well played there. Moved out of the line of it. Guided it towards his dugout. 8 runs in this over with 1 ball to go. What will Bilal do? I think Clinton has done a fantastic job in this tournament, always trying to go play long. The issue has been the strike rate. And he does even a better job by rotating the strike and facing the 18th over, which will be bowled.
There you go. That's the dugout of Team Uganda there, led by Mahatlani Lawrence, the coach. Hillary there taking some notes, and the assistant coach Jackson Ogwanga, and the captain himself missing out with the Nigo, Brad Mark Masawa, and their physio Shamima. And it's Pina Henry Senyondo to bowl the 18th over. Interestingly here, can this be the moment where they get to that 15-run and over? Of course, he has a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, long off, long on. And a deep extra cover, Pasco Murunji. Clinton, the captain, on strike. Soft hands are flicked it, finer.
Been asking for it, and Clinton does it. He rotates and brings Zappi on strike. The loud claps from the dugout says, Zappi, take over. What will Zappi use? These 5 balls remaining in this over.
He made sure he smoked 3 out of the park the last time they played against Senyondo. Is Zappi Bimenyimana. Short ball, half tracker. Wide signaled by Norbert Abbey. He wouldn't mind that. Is Zappi Bimenyimana. It kept a little bit too low there. What can Zappi do for his side here? Shot high and handsome. The crowd is up on their feet. That's Zappi for you. Make that 4 sixes out of Henry Senyondo's bowling against Zappi Bimenyimana.
Bimenyimana Maurice Zappi. He replies to his dugout and goes high and handsome. Last laugh by Henry Senyondo. He picks Zappi's wicket, going across the line. That brings the end of the 7th wicket for Rwanda. Introduction of the young man Eric Kubgimana, who's not had so many outings in terms of batting in this tournament.
Gives it some air. Henry Senyondo, leg stamper, takes a walk. He wins the battle. He is a man with a strong heart. Big heart of a lion. Master Wonga, they call him back at home, where he comes from. 3 deliveries to go. Of course, it is the young Kubgimana,
Eric, not known with his batting, but I'll tell you, he's very aggressive in terms of getting runs. Whichever way they come, if he can apply that into this game, he'll be giving his team. He goes straight, hits it at long on. Roger Mkasa does the fielding quickly, and it will be a single. 7 runs in this over for the loss of a wicket of Zappi Bimenyimana with 2 balls to go. What will the captain do with these 2 balls remaining? Clinton 32 in 35. Plays that in the air. There's a man under it. And it's comfortably taken by Kenneth Waiswa, captain of the day. Clinton departs.
You asked for it. You asked for it, Mr. Landry. Yeah, what can the captain do? He just responded to you, deceived by that flighted delivery of Henry Senyondo, not going through the shot, ending up chipping away an easy catch to one of the safest players of Vanza, the starting captain Kenneth Waiswa, to make it to 10 dismissals he has on his back. He's been very outstanding with the ball, with the bat, and in the field. Is the young man, 24-year-old. Fantastic over this is turning out to be from Henry Senyondo, picking up 2 wickets and crucial wickets. Can he finish on a high as we see the young man Iradukunda Jean-Michel to face the last delivery.
Goes on the switch hit, doesn't get enough connection. The debutant in this tournament, Michel Iradukunda, the long-awaited debutant, has been close to the national team for some time. He was in Kenya as the 15th man, but he comes in this tournament. The table standings there on your screens: Uganda with 10 wins out of 11 games. The net run rate of 2, the healthiest. Tanzania with 5 wins in 11 games, and Rwanda with only 1 win, which they picked against Tanzania. It's been a fantastic tournament with no rain at all. No matches have been washed out, and this is the second last match of the tournament. Bilal Hassan to Eric, clean bowled, 130 for 9.
Make that 10 wickets for Bilal Hassan, bowling it full and straight to make sure Eric Kubgimana's middle stump takes a walk. A little shimmy down the ground there, misses everything completely, but it was Bilal who did miss those 3 stumps. Spoke about this earlier, from 100 for 3 to now 130 for 9. That's Rwanda for you. That has been their journey in this tournament. Can he wrap up the things here? And the whole batting lineup is Bilal Hassan. The young man, the debutant, Israel Mujisha, who made his debut straight away from the Bat Ball X. He has 5 deliveries to face. He has scored some runs for his local side, Zonic Tigers. Full ball, misses everything completely, beating that outside edge. We'll have more 4 deliveries to come. Anything around 140 can be very, very interesting. With the likes of that young man who got bowled, Kubgimana Eric, and the likes of Zapibi Menyimana, and those 2 at the crease. As we see Bilal bringing in the longer fielder inside the ring and sending Henry Senyondo, who finished his spell with 2 wickets, going for 31 runs, down to fine leg. A little shimmy there from the young man. He gets his first runs internationally. Is Israel Mujisha.
Very impressive, I'll tell you. Israel Mugisha, 18 years old, born in 2005 in March the 20th. Straight from the under-19 qualifiers September last year in Nigeria. Came back home, worked very hard, and he is making his debut for Rwanda in 1 year space. Michael Iradukunda to be facing Bilal Hassan. Loud appeal, and Eric Hirugas thinks that's a wicket.
Make that 130 all out in just 18.4 is what Team Rwanda could only manage. Full ball there goes for a cheeky, misses everything completely, making it a very easy decision there from Eric Hirwa. Of course, it was Clinton, the captain, who won the toss earlier and deciding to have a bat first, looking for that 160 runs. They've fallen short of that target by 30 runs as they've been balled out in their 18.4 overs. Bilal Hassan ends up picking up 3 big wickets, going for only 23 runs in his 3.4 overs. It's been the middle order batsmen, as we mentioned earlier, that didn't contribute much, from 103 for 3 to 131 all out, adding only 31 runs. Are those 7 wickets that fell in a jiffy. We'll be very keen to see the approach the Ugandans are going to use in the chase. Of course, it's their last game as they will be waiting to lift up that trophy you've been seeing on your screens. We've seen them their last game chasing 110 in just 8 overs. Are we yet to see them coming in up handy with the bat to see if they can close off their tournament on a high? We'll be back shortly for the chase. Do not go anywhere.
Right, welcome back again. We are back for the run chase here. Uganda needing 132 runs to win in their loaded 20 overs. The usual partners in terms of opening for Uganda, Simon Sezazi and Roger Mukasa, starting off there in the order. And you see the Rwandan troops again going in their quest to defend 132 runs in 20 overs here. I've got the two gentlemen here, Landry Rurango and Bob, taking us through the proceedings of this second inning run chase. Gonna welcome back again, gents, after that short break.
Thank you, Leonard. Thank you. As we see, taking and marking his run-up is shot number 47, Zapibi Menyimana, with 13 wickets. He's been leading the bowling attack of Team Rwanda. Tends to pick up a wicket up front in his 2 overs of his first spell. Of course, it's the usual suspects for Uganda opening. Roger Mukasa, the experienced 36-year-old with 266 runs with an average of 24. Alongside him is the left-handed batsman Simon Sezazi with 278 runs with an average of 25. Interestingly, it's not Zapi Bimenyimana, it's going to be Emmanuel Sebareme. We've seen this before in their first game of this tournament where they used Sebareme, where their spinners bowled some tight lines up front for the opening batsmen. But again, Leonard, it's nothing to lose for Team Uganda, as we see there. 12 matches, 12 innings, 266 with the highest of 89 against this particular team, Rwanda, and an average of 24. Fantastic figures there from the eldest statesman of Team Uganda, Roger Mukasa. There's a slip in place, of course, Eric Dusingizimana. There's a long on fielder and a deep square leg for young Sebareme to bowl from the airport end into the block hole straight away. Well played by Roger Mukasa.
The good thing that I'm liking also about Rwanda here, the way they are going about their tactics, whether they're batting or bowling, they're trying a lot of those combinations. And it's also good, remember, they've got an important tournament that is coming in a couple of months. So if you don't try those combinations now, you're not going to get that chance to do it. So this is something that they've done in a positive way, whether it has worked or not, but at least you've got something to learn from. First ball being hit hard on the ground there, through the covers there, opens the Ugandan shillings account in terms of runs. Here, Roger Mukasa.
That's a nice one there, Leonard. Make that 167 runs for Roger Mukasa against Team Rwanda in this particular tournament. Rocked back on the back footer. Hit it very hard. Clinton Rwagumya at point had no chance whatsoever to get Uganda off the mark with a boundary. Much better line there from young Sebareme. They would love him to pick up a wicket up front if they stand a chance to get that big win against Team Uganda. Switch hit, misses it completely, is Roger Mukasa. You can see the intentions are clear here, Leonard. He has no time to waste. He needs to see if he can finish this off and go grab a nice coffee as they watch on Rwanda taking on Tanzania in the second game and the last of the tournament.
They're always looking forward to finishing on a strong note. That's what they want to do here. Again, goes hard down on the ground. There's a long on fielder there at the boundary. Only one run.
And that brings Simon Sesazi on strike, with 4 runs on board, with 2 balls remaining to finish the first over. Emmanuel Sebareme will be bowling to Simon Sesazi. Five runs on board, Simon Sesazi.
End of over number 1 here, Landry. 5 runs on the board. A good start, a decent one for Rwanda here. Again, making sure that they squeeze off those runs, not allowing these 2 gentlemen here, Simon Sesazi and Roger Mukasa, scoring freely. Simon is still on 0 here. And you look at the figures, they're 278 runs here, the highest to 60. Again, 125 strike rate, an average of 25.27, 250s. Some good figures in this tournament here for Sesazi Simon. Now there he goes in to first his second. No, not he's still on the other end. That is Roger Mukasa on strike now. There, and comes in Zapi Bimenyimana from the pavilion end. Slip in place there. Again, interesting attacking field say there from Clinton Rubagumunya. Wanting to take those early wickets early on. Applying pressure to the batters.
First ball, dot ball. Zapi has been getting Roger Mukasa in the games they've played. But now the score that Uganda needs, 130, will give them less pressure to go hard in the power play. Zapi to Roger. Hit hard. Chance dropped by the youngster Israel Mugisha. That was hit powerfully.
That was hit powerfully, but this is international cricket, Landry. You gotta take those chances. You never know how they will change this game. Lessons should be learned, but they are being learned in a hard way for Israel Mugisha. He's one of the decent fielders again in the Rwandan cricket setup. So you would expect him to have taken that again. So it's the most important thing now for him is to forget about it, refocus, and see. Because he's gonna come into ball again, and that's why the senior players look at that again. Hit with power, straight. Yes, not easy to take on, but at this level now, these are the catches that you would normally want to see being taken, and these will be game changers. So it's also good for the other guys in the squad now to talk to him, encourage him, make sure that he forgets about that drop catch and focus on what's coming ahead. Short and wide, pulled. Again, you don't want to be bowling there to someone like Roger Mukasa. Drop shot, giving him enough room to go for that push shot. Not bowling according to the plan. If you're bowling short, it gets to be well directed.
Short ball to Roger is music to his ears. Plays that one powerfully. And that is 4 more runs on the total. 10 runs for no. After 1.3 overs. Zapi to Roger. Wide ball signaled by Ugandan international Abi. Norbert, who made his debut here at Kahanga Cricket Stadium.
Not a good over that you expect Zapi to start off with. Then he goes up and over area. There's no one there that is going to race. Oh, lovely piece of fielding there. I thought there was no one there. Michel Iradikunda doing a fantastic job there, running across 35 meters across to his right side, going for the dive there. Good commitment, but still Roger Mukasa manages to get 3 runs there for his team. Still not a good over here from a person like Zabibi Menyimana. I tell you, we know he bowls better than that.
The wides being the problem here in this over. 2 dot balls. Had those 2 been dot balls, he would have been happy, but he's already 6 runs. And he still has 3 balls remaining. This time round, there's a change in the batter. Simon Sesazi on strike.
Good shot there from Simon Sesazi, but good stop in the covers from off the hips, played down to square leg. Ending the over by a single there. Should be 15 runs. Still no wicket lost here for Uganda. Good start, I might say, for your team Uganda here. Not having lost a wicket in 2 overs. Rwanda still searching for that early breakthrough here, Landry. If you are Clinton now, you are in his shoes now here, you need to have that early breakthrough. What options should be looking forward to getting on here?
I tell you, Leonard, to me it's all about dot balls in T20s. The more you can bowl, the more chances you'll create for the batters to make mistakes. Try and bowl as many dot balls as you can. The 2 batters there have been giving Uganda a very good start. Whenever they failed, the 2 other batters came in in Ronald Lutaya, trying to go hard and giving many chances. He's still outside. The other two batters have been Alpesh and Ronak. Ronak is outside, not playing today. Alpesh is in the 11, not forgetting the game changer, Kenneth Waiswa. So it's about now dot balls. Asked for it, and Michael gives one for the first time. I'd say Michel has had a good few games here. Bowled decently yesterday, picked 3 catches at the boundary. He's been electric. We were just talking about the boundaries, just saved here, covering almost 40 meters. You can tell that he's had this chance when he wanted it. He needed it. Those who follow him, even before he was called, he was working very hard. Wide ball signaled. We'll have to repeat that one.
That is what you'd want, Landry, from players, committing, working hard. Even if you're dropping the team, continue working hard. I saw a lovely shot that was played there early on. Then social media has got a lot of things. When you're with friends, you can see. I saw someone's status sitting here, playing those shots there, praising himself, saying, "Look, playing into the covers." And one of that guy, we are here with him. He's been part of us talking. So things like that. I've seen it happening. So I hope these youngsters have gone through his statuses and also learn from those videos that he has been posting here. I'm telling you, that is lovely to see. Rwanda has got history. He has been there for quite some time, but now he's also giving his advice and opinions here. That is what we always say, Landry. If you talk about the 6 stages of the game in cricket, fundamentals, things like that, the cricket cycles, you start from there all the way. When you get to the end of that career, you go back to retirement. When you retire again, you give back to the game. Lovely shot there from Sesazi Simon, splitting the mid-off and mid-on all the way for 4.
Effortless, that one. Very well played by Simon on the front foot. You look at that. Full ball driven. Zapi and Eric Kubgimana could only see it going. You're talking about the long-term participant development. Bob here at the last stage of giving back to the game. It is the last stage. He's here talking about comebacks. Three balls in this over. They've picked 6 runs in it. You need 3 more deliveries to come.
I'll tell you, gents, as we see Kevin being checked there by the physio, Theo. We'll get back to that debate. I'm not sure. I'm in the last stages of the game, Mr. Leonard. Do not be deceived with that only game you saw. Michael Iradukunda there bowling some good lines to the right-handers. Unfortunately, he's bowling them to the lefty, Simon Sesazi. One of the reasons he's gone for those extras. And it's something that the Ugandans have done to probably making sure they have enough left-hand batsmen to bring in that left-hand and right-hand combination to confuse the opposition side. We've seen Zapi in his first over struggling to bowl to the right-hander and the left-hander. Same as the youngster who made his debut against this team, bowling only 2 overs and going for 21 runs is Michael Iradukunda. Michel, shot number 49.
Partnership 21 of 15 deliveries there between these two guys here. Roger Mkasa, lovely. Ball again being bowled by Iradukunda, Michel, Jean. Yeah. This is what you'd want to see from the youngsters fighting through. That's what I was saying yesterday. I'm like, yes, the results do not show exactly what kind of hard work this Rwandan team has been putting through. And I talked about them being the youthful squad here throughout this tournament. So giving them another 3-5 years to come, I'm telling you, this is where now you would be expecting now them, if they compete against teams like Uganda, you expect them out of 5 games going for 3 wins, again, if possible, going for even 4 again. So it's something that is also very, very good in making sure that how do you keep these guys together? How do you make them stay in the system? And that is something that has been done very well. A lot of them have come through the under 19 system. So the pathway there again now is clear again to see where the players come from. Overpitched there, but good fielding by Wilson Nyetang at mid-wicket. He got away with that there, Michelle. You don't normally get away with those balls, especially to players like Simon Sezazi. But if you keep on bowling well, if you look at the way he has been bowling, take away those wides that he has bowled. A lot of dot balls has been bowled in that over. That gives a bit of some pressure to Sezazi Simon. So you'd want to see him bowling more like that. Then Sezazi comes with a different answer. Then into the banana plantation there. That is being started here at Gahanga Cricket Stadium, just behind the scoreboard there. Lovely piece of shot from Sezazi Simon there, Bob.
What a way to close off the over of the young Iradukuna Jean-Michel. That's Simon Sezazi for you into the arc. Bread and butter to every left-hand batsman in the world. Struggling again there, the young man. Well picked all the way for a maximum as he moves to 11 of 9. And his partner is still out there, Roger Mukasa, who is at 12 of 9. The strike rate. Mentioned earlier the last encounter between these two. All the 5 batsmen of Team Uganda chasing 110. They were striking above 200. They look like the job is not yet done, these Ugandans. 28 for naught after 3, as we see Zapi Bimenyimana after leaking 10 runs in his first over. Can he correct the lines and pick up the big wicket of Roger Mukasa? Cut away powerfully, but straight to the most agile fielders. Emmanuel Sevarebe there. It came to him as a bullet.
Lovely stop there from Sebareme. You want to see that you don't need to give up early on. You keep on fighting all the way to the end, Bob. It's never easy. Again, that is the quality. Zapi Bimenyimana bowling very, very well there. He considered 10 runs in this first over, but if you look at the comeback again so far, 2 dot balls that he has bowled so far, and now you need to make sure that he leads up front. He bowls very, very well again. What you just want here, Rwanda wants is to keep on applying pressure to Uganda. And as much as the score feels like it's a bit small, but you need to make sure that you need to keep applying pressure, bowling good length, fielding has to be up class. Look at that delivery again there. These are the sort of deliveries that you would want to keep bowling throughout the entire innings here if you are a bowler like Zabi Bimenyimana there.
Lovely to see the young man hitting the deck hard. Very good carry there, all the way to the wicketkeeper, batsman Oscar Manishimwe. And again, Leonard, coming back to your point earlier, talking about planning for a wicket. Zapi has picked Roger Mukasa twice in this tournament. With that man, a deep extra cover, Emil Rukiriza taking those 2 good catches. When you look at where the deep extra cover fielder is positioned, that's not where Emil Rukiriza picked those 2 beautiful catches. Something they need to learn and adjust. How did I get this batsman out the previous game? Spoke about analyzing the opposition, something the Ugandans, one of the reasons they will be going back to their nation with that trophy. They have really analyzed superbly the oppositions. Cut away powerfully to that man, deep extra cover for 1 run to the total. Very good comeback here from Zapi Bimenyimana, giving away only 1 run in his 4 deliveries after leaking 10 runs. But again, he's up to that challenge of the left and right hand combination. He sends Kevin Irakoze a 3rd man where he picked Simon Sesazi's wicket. That beautiful catch of Oscar Manishimwe. Would love to see him bowling it slightly away from his reach to see if he can go flashing to give a chance to the 3rd man and a slip in place for that outside edge. Short ball doesn't get enough elevation on that one, but they are very happy to keep protecting the strike at these two.
In a very good position is Uganda, 30 for no loss after 4 overs. Shall we see an introduction of another bowler from the Rwandan team? Clinton decides to go back to Emmanuel Sebareme. $30 for no after 4 overs. Sebareme Emmanuel is back into the attack. Sebareme says as he goes, it's that one at mid-wicket. And it's a boundary. 4 more runs, 34 after 4.1.
Look again there. Look, backing away, then going down on one knee, knowing exactly where he wants to place that ball. And that is excellent batting again. So this is something that Sebareme needs to make sure he realizes. Try to fire the ball a bit more. Don't allow him to go under the ball. But the more you toss it up a bit, the more he goes. He has enough time to hit it where he wants. We've seen the field adjustment now, the mid-wicket being moved around again for that particular shot. More use of the feet there down the ground, but still finding the bowler himself. So this is what you want to see happening here. Coming up with clear plans. Says as he goes, tries to go big, but this time well placed. Splitting mid-off and cover there all the way to the boundary. He's not stopping. This is as he wants to get it done with this game. They've got a long journey back to Uganda today. So he needs to make sure that he gets enough rest in the afternoon before they start their long trip after being victorious in this East African tournament. Lovely piece of shot there. Again, different options again. Launching it over the top. Again, for 4 runs, a couple of bounces into the boundary.
Simon Sesazi back at his best. 12 runs so far in this second over Emmanuel Sebareme. Pulls it fuller into the pads, opens up the front leg to make sure he clears both the fielders. 1 bounce for 4 straight to the side screen. Lovely to see him using the full face of the bat. He didn't have a very good day in the office with the bat. First time, if I'm not mistaken, seeing Simon Sesazi with a strike rate of 70. Looks like he has read the pitch properly as he is toying with the bowlers. Look at the partnership of 42 of 28. Roger contributing 13 of 14 and his partner contributing 24 of 14 with those 3 boundaries in this over. New balls, please, says the umpires. Told Eric Hirwa alongside Norbert Abbey. There on your screens is the female umpire who also made his debut internationally in men's category in this particular tournament. A lot of debutants in this tournament. 42 for naught after 4.4. It is not looking very good for the Rwandans who are looking for that massive win. And the first win against Team Uganda. Needing only 90 of 92. With all the batting firepower they have. That man there putting on a smile in the dugout. Ronald Rutaya. Another fearless batsman alongside Pasco Murungi. They would love to pick up a wicket or 2. To stand a chance of upsetting Uganda. Of course, they don't have the likes of Ronak Patel, who's been the anchor of the side. Rocks on the back foot. Pierces that fielder there. Israel Mujisha, who is not having a very good day in the office with the field. He is one of the best fielders in the side. Giving them 2 more runs to the total.
5 overs gone here, 44 for no loss. Uganda needing 88 runs in 90 balls. Rwanda needs to do something here. They need to get that much-needed breakthrough. You can see there up Giselle demonstrating how the betting is supposed to be done, or the bowling, with Cynthia Tuizere there and Marie Josette Mkunde. Both of them have been featured in January at the World Cup Under 19 in South Africa. It's also good to see them coming in here, watching the game, learning from what the guys are doing and giving them support. And that is what you want to do. They always say growing with every step. Iratikunda to continue here. His second over.
Jean-Michel looking for that first international wicket. He changed ends here, and they changed fortune for him. Coming in from the pavilion end, Roger Mukasa on strike. He's been kept out of the action, courtesy of Simon Sesazi. Much better line there from the younger Iradukunda Jean-Michel. One of the bowlers to watch out for in the future. It's been a long way coming for him to make his debut. This is a very big chance for him to grab it with both hands. We saw that young man there in covers, Israel Mudisha, picking up these two out there batting for Team Uganda. Up, high, 1 bounce for 4. I spoke about this. This is where Zapi Menyimana picked his wicket twice in this tournament. And Roger Mukasa, seeing that it is a vacant region, very happy to go for that fielder inside the ring. Good shape there. And now they send Zapibi Menyimana himself in that particular region. Change of pace, smartly done by Michael Iradukunda, playing with the experienced Roger Mukasa, who looked to overheat it over deep mid-wicket. Something I've loved about the Ugandans, Leonard, when you look at all the shots they play, they make sure they cover, they are behind the ball when they're playing those shots. Change of pace again, well played by Roger Mukasa. Look at that, waiting for the cameraman to take that picture.
If you look at that shot, look at that position now. Look, you can't even see a single stump. So that is, he's making sure that he is getting behind the line of the ball. And once you do that, you've got a lot of option to play the ball any way you want. But if you are to compare now him and the other batters that we've seen earlier on, this is something that we have been lacking. That is something that Rwanda has been lacking. You understand? Getting batters to go. Sometimes you gotta get attached. You know, look, you gotta get attached. These gentlemen are laughing at me when I said we. I'm also part of the system. You understand? So sometimes you get attached, Bob.
I also remember I mentioned Henry Senyondo that back at home they call him Master Wong. Then I realized that.
Look at the Tanzania. They've got a game in the afternoon. Very, very much is. As the physio takes care of the players there. Just a bit of those niggles. So just going back to that one again, I'm telling you, sometimes you get carried away, not being able to differentiate what you are doing at that particular time and the team. So it's something that they should be learning again in terms of betting. In terms of betting, getting behind that ball, those are simple techniques that they should be using as bettors up front. Because if you look at even Eric, the way he was playing here, in as much as he was hitting the ball, but if you look at now the alignment, That is why when he failed to outpace Ramjan just picked that up. If you look at even Oscar Manishima, the way he was bowled, he was not even behind the line of the ball. The better that has been dismissed by Uganda. It's all about those small things that they did not do well, getting behind the line of the ball, and that is something that they need to go back and work out to come up with that and improve that technique when they're batting. The hospital duties have been finished. There, the physio goes back. He had been having some patience there now. Iratikunda to continue with some bowling. Again, good shot there from the big man, Mukasa Roger. Look at that again, getting behind the line of the ball and getting as much closer as he want to be to the ball. Once you do that in that position, you can hit the ball any way you want.
You can hit the ball anywhere you want. And also remembering that Roger is strong and tall. He's able to get under the ball and clear the boundaries. Over number 6 gone. They get 8 in that. Uganda standing at 52 for no loss after 6 overs. You see in the dugout there, the supporters, the captain of the Rwanda women's national team, Diane Bimenyimana, together with the team manager for Rwanda, Delphine.
Israel Mugisha comes into the attack now. He comes into ball after the power play here, 52 for no loss. Uganda in control here. Can he be the answer for Rwanda to make that much needed breakthrough? Simon Sezazi on 26 and he's on 21. He's still sitting on number 2 here in terms of run with Abik Patwa sitting on the top. Abik has got another game in the afternoon. So Simon needs to make sure that he stretches runs here if he wants to be the best better of the tournament. Starts off with a single.
Very interesting character he is, Israel Mugisha. He doesn't shy of taking on the big men. He loves the challenge. It's Roger Mukasa on strike with the deep extra cover, slightly wider. I believe Roger Mukasa is going to try and see if he can go for those reverse switch hits of his. Down the ground, one knee up and over this. The scoreboard, that's Roger Mukasa. Now the big question here is who is getting to that 50? They're in a race, and these two, Simon Sesazi and Roger Mukasa.
That is experience ruling there. Now, Mukasa versus Israel Mugisha. Lovely shot again with the spin in the 10 again. This is what they have done very well. We talk about learning. I think the other betters again are also learning. You ran really earlier on when our Pesh was bowling. You saw a lot of our betters going against the spin, then they couldn't hit the ball where they wanted. And if you look at Roger now, realizing that this is leg spin turning away, he just went with the spin and look at that maximum shot that he's played. So that's what you need to be having as a bet again, playing with what is coming at you.
Width on offer from Israel, and Roger does what he does best. Very good shot. Israel will need to come back. Comes from round. Very good stop from Clinton there. They take one run. Sesazi, who is now the leading run scorer in this tournament, is back on strike to face the young Mugisha Israel. Gets off strike very well. They run hard. Escapes to a single. Fine job done by Wilson Niitanga at extra cover.
Nine runs so far in this over. Coming round the wicket, Israel Mugisha trying to create that angle of moving the ball away from the right hander. If he has got that googly, we saw him bowling that googly and getting Simon Sezazi out that other particular game. He would love to be using that again. That was his straight end. That is gone outside Gahanga here. Hopefully that ball is not going to come back. The third umpire, Veronica Hirio, needs to make that long trip into the field again. I'm telling you, that has been the order of this tournament in terms of huge sixes here. Kahanga is not that small, but it's the skill that this batter possesses. Look at that. Waited for it. Stretched up the hands, keeping that head still. Maximum, it was well hit up into the sky and out of the ground. Roger Mkasa, I'm telling you, showing dominance here. Rwanda needs to come up with a plan, Landry. It's been so easy for these two batters up the order there.
It's been so easy, but I'll tell you, this is more of the attitude than the skills. Yes, there's a lot of skill being shown by Roger Mukasa, but he has decided to take on the youngster. And to see the comeback from the youngster will take some time. Change of the ball. And this is where now Kevin needs to be closer to Israel as someone that they do the same role in the team. Let the kid learn how to play. Speak to him and see if he can find another plan on bowling to Roger Mukasa, who's gotten 13 runs of Israel's bowling. Good comeback from Israel, finishes it with a dot. It's not had a very good morning this morning here. Dropped Roger. Roger came back and hit him 15 in his first over of the game. But that is cricket for you. Change of bowling. The 8th over to be bowled by Kevin Irakoze.
Two leg spinners operating from both ends. Irakoze comes into the attack again. And on strike is Sezazi Simon again having a leg spinner bowling, which means a lot of the deliverers are going to be going into Simon Sezazi's space, and that is the area that he likes to play more, unless if Irakoze Kevin has got that googly that we've been talking about, try to turn the ball away from him. We have seen a lot of left-handers across the world. Anything that moves away from them, it's not easy for them to play it very, very well because they end up exposing that off stump. So that is where Irakoze should be looking forward to be bowling a lot of more goggles away from Sezazi there, making him try to play against the spin. That is a way bit too much.
Simon will not be happy with himself. That's a half striker. can hit it anywhere that he wants. And Kevin will need to come back very quickly. Lovely shot. Played into the hands of Eric Niomugabo. And he drops it. 4 more runs on the total for Uganda. Earlier when Kevin was batting, we talked about him being the find in this tournament for Team Rwanda. But I'll tell you, Leonard, he has not bowled up to his best that he normally does in the tournaments. He's been the most challenging Rwandan bowler towards Uganda in the past, and Tanzania as well. But this tournament, Simon goes downtown again. He hits that one straight to the advertising board. Make that 10 runs in 2 balls.
This is brutal, I'm telling you. 100% brutality from these two guys. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the shape. Look at the position. Clinton needs to make sure that he stands firm, he stands stronger. Yes, we know you haven't put a lot of runs on the board, but the bowlers need to pick up. You mustn't give up early enough. You need to keep fighting all the way to the end. A wicket or two, the whole equation changes here. So that is what Rwanda should be fighting for here. To get a breakthrough, we have 2 catches, chances that they have dropped. 1 in the covers, early one is, and this recent one, Niomugabo 8 mid-wicket there. So those are the winning moments. You don't want to get chances being offered to you for free. Some of the chances you got to create them. So they don't going to come so easy. So when they come, those are the chances that you grab. Once you do that, I'm telling you, you change the game and take advantage and give it to yourself. So that's something that they need to realize. You're not going to be getting sitters to catch. You get balls like that in the field to come. Again, I'm to say it, 100% brutality. They continue with this brutal approach, Uganda. Mukasa Roger. And look at Irakoze Kevin shouting to the fielder there, but I don't think that Fuda had any chance of stopping that ball. It was hit by power and precision. Look at it there. He had no chance whatsoever to get to that ball.
Another half tracker. Hit powerfully. 4 more runs. Kevin comes and he goes for 17, for 21. Things looking very bad for Team Rwanda here. Look at that shot, rocked back, gave it everything, and that is 4 more runs. We're talking about Kevin not bowling to the best of his abilities. In 10 games, he's bowled at an economy of 9 and picked 3 wickets.
8 overs gone here, 88 for no loss. And I fear we can go back to that conversation again when you talked about Rwanda taking on Henry Senyondo the other game. And we talked about, since they did that, they never showed any signs again of going for him now. So Uganda, having realized that Kevin is one of their best bowlers, they took on him to make sure that they force that tactic change or strategical change of Clinton now to say, once you go for his best bowler, then you're going to make sure that they've changed their plan. And that's what Uganda has done. So this is what also Rwanda should be looking forward to be doing. Yes, you got someone like Alpe Sharamjan bowling very well, but it takes someone to have guts, to have that positive attitude, to go for him. And once you do that, you're going to force the Ugandan captain to make another change. And once that happens, the game is going to be easy for you. Clinton Rubakumunya, the captain, comes into attack, starts off with a slow delivery here. 11 runs is the current run rate that Uganda is going in. 44 off 71, 1 balls here. Rwanda, if they want to win this game or take this game a bit more deeper, they need to start taking wickets here.
Talk about winning, Leonard, here. A comeback is what is needed. And from there on, Simon completely misses that. A comeback is what is needed by getting a wicket, and we'll start thinking about the win later on, because the team that needs 3.70 per over is getting 10. .56. Clinton coming into the attack. Spoiled a few good balls. Went for none. And Uganda need only 44 in 70 balls.
Soft hands again there from Simon Sesazi, turning out to look like a batting session for these two, making this chase very easy. You can see the captain himself, after trying out all his bowlers, he has taken matters into his hands, coming in from the airport end. Can he be the one to break this partnership? 89 for naught after 8.3. That man, Roger Mukasa, one hit away for yet registering another half century. The fine leg is inside the ring. Young Emmanuel Sewareme. The short ball pulled away perfectly to add another boundary to the total. That's Roger Mukasa for you. The sound of that bat, making sure he pierces that big gap at deep mid wicket. I'm not sure why Clinton didn't put an extra fielder in that particular region, which made it very easy for Roger Mukasa, who is now on 48. 2 runs shy of yet another half century. He was the player of the match in their last game. He will be looking to make sure he gets his team over the line, needing only 39 runs. Much better line there from Clinton Rubagumya, the captain, the leg cutter there, beating the outside edge of Roger Mukasa, who looked to guide it down to third man. You can see he's looking for that half century.
Another one. .39 in 67. Clinton to Roger. Full ball. Very good Yorker to Roger. And that brings over number 9 to the end. 93 for no. With 11 overs remaining, Uganda needs only 39. We see the introduction of a new bowler in the attack. The young Kubgimana Eric, the opening bowler for IPRC Kigali Cricket Club. Former under-19 national team player, class of 2021. Leading the bowling attack of that under-19. He comes in now to bowl to the senior men. He will be bowling to Simon Sesazi, who is on 40 in 25, and Roger Mukasa, who is on 49 in 29. These two really batting like they have nothing to lose. They've already won the tournament with 5 wins ahead of the next team. Coming to chase 131. Taking it at ease.
Simon Sesazi on strike, who is also now leading the batting chart here in this tournament with 318 runs in his 12 innings with an average of 28. He would love to finish on a high. The big task ahead is on that man there, Eric Kubgimana, coming in from the pavilion end. Change of pace in the air. Beats Eric Ugimana in his follow through. Half a chance there. You got to take those ones. Everything seems to be working for the Ugandans at the moment. Everything that has gone in the air has not been taken by the Rwandan bowlers and fielders. He's bowling now to the big man, Roger Mukasa Papa. Interestingly, there's no deep mid-wicket. Short ball outside off white, signaled by Norbert Abbey. There you go. Full ball ducked out superbly by Roger Mukasa. He won't be getting to that 50, courtesy of that fielder there at long on, the captain, who denies him the second chance of making it to the other end.
Eric Kubimana to continue bowling to Simon. Slow ball. Loud appeal, but there was bat on that. They pick a single. 97, 3 runs away from scoring the 100 inside 10 overs. Eric Kubimana will continue bowling to Roger Mukasa, who is just 1 run away from scoring another half century.
Can this be the big moment for the big man? Full ball flicked and flicked finer. This ball is racing away to the boundary, and that will be the second half century for the eldest statesman of Team Uganda. Roger Mukasa came in, he missed out on the first edition with an eagle. He didn't finish the whole tournament, but he comes back very stronger, leading from the front. What a fine player. 31 deliveries, faced 8 boundaries, 2 maximums. And look at that strike rate of 164 in the course of a chase. Lovely shot there. But well done from the young man to get enough hand on that one. That was racing away to the boundary. He might have saved his side 3 runs. Another bowler turning out to finish his first over, going for 10 runs. Roger on 52 of 32, and his partner Simon Sesazi 42 off 27. Full ball driven powerfully down the ground, 100 up for Team Uganda. The equation is 32 off 61. Mr. Landry with no wicket. I believe even the 3 of us here in the commentary box can give this a go.
Interesting there, Bob. I'll tell you, this is simply good batting from Uganda. You cannot take away anything from the Rwandan bowlers. I will not agree with you, us going in the middle there trying. We did see what you brought on board the last time you played against Telugu Royals bowling. This would be a tall order. But yes, it's getting easier and easier for Team Uganda. 31 in 60 balls is what they need. Clinton comes back with his first over only going for 5 runs. Will he get a wicket in this one? Thick outside edge, a single. Good to see Michael back in the ground, up and running.
Still game on here. Rwanda just need a couple of wickets here, I'm telling you. 2 or 3, Landry Bob here, the game will change. You still need to keep on fighting, have hope. Again, just one. If you do the right things here, Clinton in the fielders here, I'm telling you, you win this game. And Uganda is looking forward to winning this game by 10 wickets. That is their target here now.
Effort ball from Clinton. Clinton has been outstanding in terms of bowling in this tournament. Not forget the game where Tanzania had 101 in 10 overs for 1 and ending up scoring 152. The Rwandan bowlers have been very disciplined in terms of bowling at the death. Definitely Clinton leading the pack there. Comes back to bowl to Roger Mukasa, who is set. Full ball, loud appeal. Eric Hirwa thinks that was going to hit the stumps. Leonard, you've asked for a wicket. There you go, you have one.
Yes, there is the wicket. I'm telling you, a wicket or 2, the game changes. You don't need to give up. Keep fighting all the way to the end until you bowl the last ball, until they get to the last run. Look at that. The captain himself bowling it a bit more full. There we go, off the back foot. That is dead plump. Easy for Dusavi Mungu. Eric Hirwa, the umpire there. But a good knock from Mukasa Roger. 52 of 33 deliveries. Fantastic job for his team there. A good applaud for him now. Let's see. We've seen a couple of hat-trick balls being bowled here. Clinton, can he be the one again to make another breakthrough as Ronald Lutaya walks in? Uganda 102 for 1 after 10.3 overs.
Ronald Lutaya with 201 runs at a strike rate of 126 in 10 innings. Yet to register a 50. This man has been scoring runs. He's not been able to turn them into 50s. But he's batted very well for Team Uganda. Ronald Lutaya to face Clinton Rubagumya, who is on his 4th delivery in this over.
Follows it up with a wide there. You don't want to be bowling these wides here. Trying to bowl a bit more full stretch. Looking for that pit, but straying down the leg side here. 29 runs needed in 57 balls for Uganda to win this game. And 8 wickets to go.
9 wickets. Wickets is the only language the Rwandan bowlers should be speaking now. And Uganda should be counting. Misfilled by the legend, the big man. They want 2. They will not take on that arm of the young Eric.
Lapse of concentration there from big man Eric. He'd gotten that ball, I'm telling you. You could have been another wicket falling or in terms of a run out there. So you cannot stay in the game no matter how the situation is, how hard it is. This is where men are born. You got to fight all the way through.
Clinton Rubagumya to Simon. Flick on the leg side. Easy 2 runs there. But look at Clinton's bowling. Leonard, 10 runs with 1 ball remaining to finish his 2nd over. He makes it look like the other bowlers were not using the same pitch. Good running between the two. Over number 11 gone. 108 is what Uganda has. With 9 overs remaining, will be interesting to see who Clinton brings to ball. Erike Kubgimana will continue bowling from the pavilion end.
Not a heavy dugout to be sitting in the Rwandan ones, especially with what is happening here. They need a lot of wickets here. 9 of them quickly to claim victory. I'm telling you, this is lovely. Simon Sezazi on 47 of 31 deliveries. He needs to get that 50 that he has been desperately searching for. Can this be the day? Chinese cut, whatever you want to call it. Inside edge. He gets off. Strike again. Moves to 48. Lovely shot there from Ronald Lutaya, just playing with the pace that Kubimana Eric is bowling it here again, just piercing it, realizing that the finding is inside the circle there. The moment it bowls around the legs, you place it there. If it's going to go all the way to the bond, look at that there, missing the line. Lovely piece of shot there from Ronald Lutaya. Taking his team to 112 for the loss of 1 wicket into the 12th over here. Good shot there again, dipping it down to third man for a single to bring back Simon Sezazi on strike here. Lutaya Ronald. Again, good shot there from Sezazi. Can this be the moment? Yes, it is. He comes back comfortably for 2. 50 up for Sezazi Simon. 30-50 again for himself. Lovely piece of batting from Sezazi Simon here, raising his bat up. He worked hard for it. 50 of 33 deliveries, 5 fours, 2 sixes, striking it at 151. Lovely to see, being there when Uganda need him since the game number 1. Now the equation gets lesser and lesser now, getting easier. 17 of 50 balls here. Rwanda needs wicket. Big outside edge there, Kevin Irakoze. No chance whatsoever to stop that one. Keeping on, adding salt onto the Rwandans' wounds here. Sezazi Simon. Not good signs for Rwanda, not happy faces there. They know that this game has slipped away from them. The moment they scored 131, that is where they lost the game completely. That is not a compatible total, especially at this wicket at Gahanga, where you know it doesn't offer a lot for bowlers. Again, another full start again from Kubimana Eric. It is overwhelmed for 12 runs so far. Just got a single delivery to go. Lapse of concentration here. He needs to keep on focusing. Yes, you know that the game has gone away from you, but you need to keep fighting on. It's never over until it is over. That's what they always say. Shot again on the ground. Yeah, long off. 1 run.
Driven down the ground to close off the 12th over is Simon Sesazi, and guess what? He will be keeping strike, needing only 12 runs to chase down 131. He calls himself the boss. Look at the dugout, very casually there with the coach himself and that man, Roger Mukasa, leading from the front. And very noisy he is. Jonathan Sebanja, he did his part with the ball, troubling the opening batsman of the opposition side. Simon Sesazi coming into the second edition of the East Africa Dafabe T20 Cup. He was the best batsman in the first edition. He is the leading grand getter of this particular second edition. Would love to finish on a high as we see the young Michael Iradukunda Michel still wicketless, still looking for that first international wicket. Can this be the big moment for the young lad there on your screens? 120 for 1 after 12, moving at 10 runs and over is Team Uganda in this chase. Change of pace, driven down the ground, very easily played by Simon Sesazi. Flicked and driven straight to long on for yet another single is Ronald Rutaya, who is on 6 of 3. They just need now only 10 runs in 46 deliveries. This game is done and dusted. There you go, into the pads. 2 is the call. They're running very hard, but you do not want to take on the arms of these youngsters. As Simon tells his partner, hold your horses. I am very okay being not out. He knows he's done his part. He let his partner, of course, Roger Mukasa, get to his 50, knowing he had the job, the biggest job of taking his team over the line into the block hole. Very well played by Ronald Rutaya. It's Eric Niomugabo. Very happy again to take on the single. Smart cricket and smart batting. One of the reasons they are the champions of the second edition is Team Uganda. They have contributed with the top order batsmen. They've contributed with the middle order batsmen, Alpesh Ramjani alongside Kenneth Waiswa, having scored more than 500 runs for their team. And now Simon Sesazi, the opening left-hand batsman, is trying to finish it off, being not out in their last game. Last delivery to come. Big last delivery for that young man there. Shot number 49, Michael Iradukunda. No ball signaled. It's going to be the fearless batsman, Ronald Rutaya, to face the free hit. Just under 7 runs to go for Team Uganda. Can they finish it off in this particular delivery? Can this be the moment? It is a free hit. They just need 6 runs as they bring in Clinton Ruwaguma inside the ring at shot third man. Of course, it's because of the batsmen changed ends. Free hit coming off Michael Iradukunda. It's Ronald Rutaya. Goes hard, flashes straight to Israel Mugisha. Run out chance here. And run out is completed by Oscar Manishimwe. Very smartly done by Ronald Rutaya, sacrificing himself to make sure that young lad, 24-year-old Simon Sesazi, stays there unbeaten. He has to take the long way back, But what an effort from Israel Mujisha, who didn't have a very good day in the office. He dropped earlier. Roger Mukasa, who ended up scoring 52. Nothing much to talk about, only one boundary. In his 8 deliveries is Ronaldo Taya. It wasn't even in the frame. Very good fielding from Israel under Oscar Manishimwe. It is a young team, of course. They have a lot to go and cross-check in the videos of these particular games. See where they missed the trick and see how they can progress. Of course, they will be playing in the World Cup qualifiers later in the year in Namibia. As we see Pascal Murungi, the former under-19 captain that took his side in the West Indies for the World Cup, joins Simon Sesazi, who's still unbeaten at 58 of 39, needing only 6 runs off.
Just a boundary away from winning this game. Yeah, Uganda and Rwanda needs 8 wickets here. Can they produce the magic? You never know. But the odds are not in favor of Rwanda here. It's when they need 6 runs or 42 deliveries. That's a lot of balls to play around with there for Uganda here. Emmanuel Sebereme has been brought back into the attack, having bowled 2 overs, conceding 19 runs. No wickets whatsoever behind his belt here. Not a good tournament for Emmanuel Sebereme since it started. We know he's that kind of a bowler who normally takes wickets here and there, but this time around, it doesn't seem to be the same.
Punts down the ground straight to the captain, Clinton Wagumya. And with the way the field is spread, it's just a matter of time for these two to close off this chase. They won't mind taking the singles. Eight matches, 6 innings with the highest over 17, with 41 runs on board for his total. A little shimmy down the ground, catches the call, and that will be it. That's Pascal Young. Young Pascal Murungi finishes it off in style to make sure they have chased down 133 in just 13.3 overs. Uganda winning this game by 8 wickets. Flighted delivery there, a little shimmy, full face and good flow to earn him a maximum. Uganda beating Rwanda once again, 6 out of 6 by 8 wickets. That's the batting chart for Team Uganda. Roger Mukasa, of course, leading from the front, 52 of 34, 8 boundaries, 2 maximums. Look at that strike rate of 152, and his partner unbeaten, Simon Tesazi, the lead run scorer in this particular tournament. He ends off with 59 not out of 40 with 6 boundaries and 2 maximums, and with a strike rate of 147. And that man, Pascal Murungi, having faced only 1 delivery to make sure they don't ball to Simon Sesazi yet again to close it off in just 13.2 overs with 8 extras being bowled from the Rwandans. That was it from the batting chart. And the bowling chart is Young Sebareme there, 2.2, giving away 26 with an economy of 11 wicketless. Clinton Rubagumya, outstanding, bowling at the death again for his country, giving away only 11 runs in his 2 overs. Look at that economy, 5.5, but the rest went for a very big economy of 10 plus. Israel Mujesha, the youngster there, going for 15, and that will be it. The match summary of the last day, Rwanda taking on Uganda. Clinton Rubagumya, 32 of 36. Eric Dusingizimana, 29 of 20. Very good cameo there. And Kevin Irakos, the 25 of 12. And Bilal Hassan, yet again, cleaning up the tail with 3 for 23 in his 3.4 under. Alpesh Ramjani, of course, getting to 25 wickets in this tournament, picking up 3 off in his 4 overs of 15 runs only. And Henry Senyondo picking up wickets again for his country too, and a little bit expensive, giving away 31 runs. And Uganda, it's Simon Sesazi leading the batting chart with 59 of 40, and Roger Mukasa, his partner, 52 of 34. Ronaldo Taya, 8 of 6 with that very good run out there from the young Israel. And Clinton picking up a wicket, going for only 11 runs with a very good economy of 5 runs. And that will be it for the last day, first game of the day. It is the double header. Do not go anywhere, as will be called up by our co-commentator Landry Rurangwa for the post-match.
Stadium, the last day of the East Africa Trophy T20 match between Rwanda and Uganda. Rwanda batting first, scoring 131, and Uganda chasing it, winning by 8 wickets. Congratulations to Uganda. Clinton, please come closer. Hard luck. Take us through your game this morning.
Yeah, won the toss, batted first. 160 at least was the target. Very good start. Fell short in the end.
What do you think were the positives in this game?
I think mainly you'd say with the bowlers sticking to our plans. They were being hit for good shots, but at least we were bowling to our plans. Yeah.
You have another game to go to finish this tournament. What are you taking from this game to playing Tanzania in the afternoon?
Yeah, we keep coming hard, more energy, finish on a high.
All the best.
Thank you.
Finishing on a high is what they want to do. Kenneth Waiswa, please come closer. First of all, congratulations. You came in as champions. You're leaving back home as champions. How does this make you feel as a team?
Thank you. Of course, we feel good as a team coming here and defending our trophy. But a bit disappointed that we lost that one game. But yeah, we live here with our heads high.
Only lost one game. What do you think was the positive, the biggest positive that you're taking from here? Any individual that has been outstanding in terms of your team, in your team?
Yeah, I think the batters, Roger, Simon, coming up with big runs where we need them, and then the bowlers, Dave Bodwell, Bilal, Alpesha as well, and myself, trying to execute our plans at the time that we as a team wanted to. So I think everyone did good for the team. Yeah.
Very well said. Now your games are finished. You've won the tournament. Easy afternoon. Are you going to straight have a drink at this time, or you'll wait for the game to finish and you take your prizes?
I think we shall see about that. Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
That is it. And the player of the match, a big shout out to someone who scored 52 runs in 34 balls, Roger Mukasa. Very well played. But the player of the match is a person who scored 59 runs in 40 balls, Simon Sesazi from Uganda. To hand over the player of the match award will be the captain of Rwanda women's national team, Diane Mary Bimenyimana. The boss, congratulations on yet another player of the match award. How does this make you feel?
I feel very proud. I feel very happy because I've done something for the team. The tournament has not been bad for me. I've had a pretty good tournament, so I believe this is just a stepping stone to Namibia in December.
A stepping stone to Namibia. You've had the 3 teams that you're going to meet in Namibia. What do you make of these 2 teams that you've been playing against each other? What was the difference between this tournament and the tournament that we played here in December?
There's a lot of difference because right now the teams have improved a lot. Rwanda has really played well this tournament. Despite the losses, but you see there is a lot of improvement. So I believe it's not going to be easy in Namibia, but just play the game.
You were the best batter in the last tournament. Today you came in, you are second, you've scored a 50, you've topped up again. Are you still confident that you're taking this home?
Yeah, I believe that was actually my plan, to make sure I score as high as I can so that I can top again. You never know, something can happen, and yeah, I take it again.
Very well played, and congratulations on winning the tournament.
Thank you.
That is it from us here in the last match of the East Africa Trophy 2023. And don't go away from your screens. We will be having the last game of the tournament, Rwanda versus Tanzania.